Not a lot happened last session outside of Scabbard getting bamboozled,
Locked in a bathroom.
locked in a bathroom. The party woke up at the tavern, decided to go about their business, and decided to get some much needed tasking done. Visiting certain merchants, doing some shopping, picking up a few supplies before they head back out on the road. Cayenne went to go take the birds out to hunt to basically no avail, and it was revealed to her that the actual stable master will actually take them out to hunt. Let's see. Scabbard walked around in a giant circle for the day and caused calamity amongst the family that he is now going to be paying for a very long time. And yeah, that was basically the whole thing. A trap that was sprung that caused absolute pandemonium in the group.
And it wasn't Nikolai's fault this time.
Yeah. So, with that brief overview of what happened last session, we're going to go ahead and jump into tonight's game and go from there.
Just had a fun realization. This episode is a cat and a mouse playing together.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to Tom and Jerry this shit?
Okay. So.
Oh, Christ, I just realized what I fucking done. My name is Tom and I'm playing a cat.
Hey, you're a tomcat. Wow. So, the morning comes. You both awaken in the morning. You waken up in your little sling seat of your machine.
I passed out.
Yeah.
Did I get anything accomplished?
You have a wrench. What actually truly wakes you up, though, is you're ignoring the sun, everything else, you're really exhausted. The thing that wakes you up, though, is you have a wrench in your hand and it hits the floor of the machine and just startles you awake instantly.
So I must have just passed out.
You rub your eyes, the sleep deprivation is possibly clear on your face. It's hard to tell because you often rub your eyes while you're working and you kind of have a badger mask on of grease most of the time.
Yeah.
Mongo, you wake up and you climb out of, you stretch in your bed, comfy. The sun is nice and warm across you, and you sit up and you feel the tear of fur slightly, and you had missed a ball bearing in the bed, and it's stuck to your side in your arm. And when you moved your arm away, just yanked the fur, and you see like this little bald spot on your arm.
Ow. That would suck.
Clean yourself off, but there's this little pink spot.
Add that ball bearing to the others. Oh, I'm gonna get you.
But as you guys meet up at the foot of the steps, you can tell he hasn't slept too much. He's obviously been working on something all night, as he usually is. And you head downstairs and you go to the central area and you look where the two things are usually closed for where Cayenne has been sleeping, and you see her bed is perfectly made, that she hasn't been there at all for the night.
You know where Cayenne is?
Oh, she's probably still drinking with the hippies.
Drinking with the hippies?
Mm-hmm. Druids.
Oh.
They came, said they're gonna go do a druid party or something.
Oh, God. Okay.
She'll be back soon.
Yeah. Maybe she left a note this time. I'll go check her room, see if she left a note.
Go do an investigation.
Where's Frisky? Frenzy. No.
Investigation.
Feisty.
20.
21?
20.
20? You look around a bit and you see that there is a note stuck to the actual one of the support beams. And you look up at it and you see it's like, it goes like this and then goes down like this at an angle. And then it curves back around and goes back this way, and half of it's written in Druid, half of it's written in Common, some of it's written in like her native Centaur language. And it's like, without like drinking, having fun with friends, be back sometime.
Yeah, she got wasted last night and probably still is.
Yeah.
According to the note.
Oh.
And Feisty is asleep on the center table, just watching the little dumb car waiter thing, almost like a cat waiting to be served its food.
Can relate. Oh. Look at the bathroom. Make sure Scav is still in there.
You go to the bathroom and the door is wide open. There's no scabbard in there.
I was gonna bribe Feisty too.
What?
Keep him locked in there.
You see,
Where the hell is he?
Yeah, you guys can do an investigation.
Yeah, look for him. Wasn't looking for him earlier.
19.
First one of the day.
Fuck already?
Yeah, my second roll.
God. Faster than me, damn.
Wow, fast on the raw there. What'd you get over there?
19.
19? You guys look around for a while, and you get to his bed, and he's not there asleep in the bed. It's empty, and you search around the whole room, and he's nowhere to be found. And you realize that Feisty's probably been here all night without any food. Didn't get dinner. And you hear from upstairs, as you're downstairs looking at Feisty, a very agonized Nikolai, you found one of those sticky ball bearings, and you were trying to move it, thinking it just got misplaced, and now your arms are stuck around it because it's still sticky, and your legs are stuck to it.
How big are these ball bearings?
But you're
Good
stuck.
Lord.
You're trying to get free, and every time you try to pull free, you can feel fur starting to tear.
Jesus, that would suck.
And it's just like the whole front of you, your legs, and your arms, and your chin.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
And you hear just this.
Ah, God, I can't get this off of me. Ah.
Make my way up.
Hey, you help him out. Yeah, you precipitate him, and you get loose of this ball bearing, and
Pick it up. All right, where is that jerk? Did you
Oh,
find
no,
him?
I know exactly what to do with this.
What?
I'm gonna prestidigitate his name on there. Scabbard. Put it on his pillow.
okay.
So he's not here either?
Probably not.
Where the hell is he?
No, but Feisty's unconscious over there.
Is she okay?
You hear the growling of her stomach.
We'd better find food for her fast.
Go downstairs. We'll get you food, Feisty. Remember, Mongo's more meat. So.
Really? You too.
So you
Where
guys.
the heck is everybody? Jeez.
So do you head out?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Order food. I guess we do have that menu, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, what do you want, Feisty?
You just hear ah. It's that very I'm hungry sound.
Right. I specifically look on the menu for barbecue.
There's no barbecue on the menu.
I look for the next best thing.
What does catch your attention is there's like it's described as pastries filled with meat and bacon, or well, with meat, such as bacon and egg and cheese, and it's served with like a gravy on the side.
And now I'm fucking starving. Thank you. I
You're welcome.
really fucking want one of those.
We could eat. We could eat before going out. Maybe Scabbard will show himself.
Yeah. Well, order one for me, one for Feisty.
What about Nikolai?
I don't get
I
anything.
hand him the menu so he
Okay.
can make his own damn
I'll
decision.
order something.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be specific unless you want to
Yeah.
tempt me with something. Order something I like.
All right. So you put in an order. Time passes, and eventually you do get the food delivered to you.
How long does that take?
Takes about 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
I'll start reading one of the magic books.
Was I able to accomplish anything in my studies last night?
What were you trying to accomplish exactly?
Well, since Harry said that stone is a tinkerer thing and only I can identify it, and I helped Mongo with identify, I was going to try to jog my memory on how that spell works to try to identify that stone.
Okay. I would like you to roll tinkering and identify.
Okay. Nice. So that would be an 18.
An 18?
Mhm.
You see him basically writing out like this schematic on the table on a large parchment. He put this stone in the middle of it. And it's just like a deconstructed like schematic of something you can't make heads or tails of. And as you're waiting for the food there, you're kind of watching him curiously, but looking over the edge of your book as a cat would do. There's like a line of hat, your eyes, and book.
Top of the book.
Top of the book.
Just look over a little bit.
And it's not like how he identifies it in Gleam's things. You see the stone kind of dance a little bit, and it floats in the air. And you see it just kind of spin in the air, and you see pieces of the schematic float up and connect to it, and you're seeing that it's actually part of a keystone to a much bigger mechanic, but it kind of fades away as it gets bigger. You can't really tell what that larger thing is. But it pops into your head that this is some sort of keystone to a larger mechanic piece. Then the stone just drops on there, and you just see all the parts fall down, and it makes a clanking sound like a bunch of robotic pieces, tinkering artificer pieces have hit the table. It startles Feisty a little bit, but then they all just turn to ash.
That was interesting. Huh. I wonder. All right. I'm going to start figuring out maybe there's some type of magical property of the stone for machines. And I want to start contemplating how to integrate that stone as my stone for my machine, my robot thing.
Well, that's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So as that happens, Pisces looking very concerned over there. And the dumb waiter comes up, and the smell of food hits you, and you look over and you see like this plate. It's like a square. It's kind of like a, oh my god, rectangle plate. Sleep! People, get sleep. It's important, especially if you're GMing. And you see 4 of these pastries across it. They're almost like a 1/4 inch thick. Nice puffed pastry, super flaky crust. You can smell butter coming off of it. You can smell the bacon inside of it that's been like caramelized perfectly. Some egg and some like cheese, and you can see the gravy, and it's like a sawmill gravy.
Okay, seriously, if anybody knows where to find that, send me the link for Uber Eats, because I'm fucking hungry now.
Kind of sounds like a pasty, like a biscuits and gravy pasty.
Yeah.
And
or pasty, I guess.
You have kind of like this bowl, right?
Uh-huh.
But the bowl is made of like you can see that the outer part is like rind. And
It's
then
like what?
Rind.
Okay.
And then you get really excited because you can see that the top has been cut off, and then as you pull back the top, it's filled with meat and egg and everything that's been mixed into the cheese wheel that it's inside of, and it's been baked.
That's so cool.
Add
A
that to the list, guys.
cheese bowl instead of a bread bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'd fucking devour that. It's not even funny.
Yeah, the meat is like really, really savory as you sample a piece. And the egg is like really savory, but the cheese is like a really like sweet, almost brie cheese. It offsets that.
Okay.
My stomach's actually growling. Fucker.
This is tasty.
And Feisty has their own bowl of essentially pastries too. And they're just kind of just getting the gravy in there, and you see it all over their nose and their face, and it just looks like a war zone of gravy.
So eat some more. Is it like full size though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, I'd be happy to share because I can only eat so much.
Dip some of mine in there.
Sharing back and forth as you're eating, and yeah, you can talk a little bit over the meal.
So did you see that?
I saw you do something. What the fuck were you doing?
Well, I think I figured out how to use Identify a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a handy fucking spell, isn't
The
it?
first time I cast it, I didn't blow anything up. Imagine that.
Don't make one fucking credit and I never let you forget.
Feisty looks past with their cheeks clear full, like food is hanging down, and they go.
But I didn't get much from it, so I don't know if I did it entirely wrong or right or whatever, but it looks like it was a part of a machine of some sort. So now I want to figure out if it'll work with my wheelie thing. I have to do that when we're on the road. That way, if it goes down for a while, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. As you get to the tail end of your meal, and you're talking about doing this on the road, you hear a knock at the door.
Send my unseen servant to go get it. Do I have unseen servant? No, I don't have.
No,
it.
you don't have an unseen servant.
That's
fuck
another
do you think
character.
You send your unseen servant to go get the door. Nothing happens.
It's unseen.
And you realize he's
Mage
pointing
hand.
at you.
Yeah, I have mage hand. Is it 30 feet away?
Yeah, easily.
Mage hand. It's like, I'm enjoying my food.
The door opens
I
and
start
it's,
to go to the door. That way it just doesn't look like we're just inviting any rando in.
yeah, you head over there and you see Gunnar's wife is there and she has scab over her shoulder.
You got bigger?
Well, the shrink spell probably wore off. Because
Okay.
it was only lasting for 24 hours, so it's probably been about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's like, I brought what belongs to you.
I don't own that.
Your family, so therefore it does belong to you.
What'd he do?
Dare we ask?
He decided to go downstairs and proceed to try various alcohols. He's unconscious.
Oh, shit. Really? Is he
Fucking knows
okay?
He's allergic.
And she's like, where's his bed?
Oh,
Over
no.
there.
No. We're not putting him in there.
Where are you going to put him?
The bathroom.
She glares at you. Where's his bed?
It's over there. After he gets put down, I'm going to drag him into the fucking bathroom and lock the damn door.
So, do we owe something now because of him?
Did it come out of what he has?
Oh, it's added onto your bill.
Oh,
How
fuck's
much?
sakes.
Well, he started at 1 platinum drinks and started working his way down.
Okay. How many 1 platinum drinks did he buy?
1.
Okay. Oh my god. That's a lot of money.
And then he tried, 50 silver, 75 silver, and then a 50 silver drink, and so forth.
He was able to survive off of silver cost drinks?
Not very well. Have you ever seen a very drunk dwarf?
Yeah?
Yeah, he was getting there very quickly.
How many drinks did he have?
She
3.
thinks for a few moments. 6.
Oh, God.
Damn. So he started at platinum and got down to 50 silver.
Yep.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to the fucking bathroom, because when he wakes up, God knows what's going to fucking come out of him.
All right, thank you.
She's like, you're welcome.
Sorry.
Yep. And she closes the door behind her.
How the fuck am I supposed to get my fucking revenge on him if he fucking does this shit to himself? This is not fair! I start to drag him into the fucking bathroom.
I go to my machine and hand you my rope.
Grab the rope, look at Scav.
Roll sleight of paw.
Don't make it too tight so he can't get out. Just make it a chore for him to get out.
I'm gonna laugh. That was a 1.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, there's a 1 involved, but there's a 9 after it.
Nice.
19 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
No, that total.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
what's it feel to like roll over a 10?
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, ain't it?
I had to get a calculator.
Oh man.
What? Taking my shoes off, I can only count so high, okay?
Yeah, kind of like you're missing a toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you tie him up
I'm
And
sure he's got a face ready to hurl right into the bathroom.
Yep. And you take him in the bathroom, put him in the tub, kind of tie him up Spider-Man web style above the tub, so if he vomits, it sprays straight down into the tub.
He can't drown his own vomit. I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that depends how fast he gets in the tub. Feisty, got a very important job for you.
Feisty comes over, and there you just see like this massive like drool coming off him because they finished off your cheese wheel.
Did I get enough? Or now
Yeah.
I'm upset?
No, you probably got your share, but it's just like these thick entrails of cheese and meat mixed in, and their Feisty's just like, alright.
I'm locking him in. He tried alcohol again. So, whatever you do, no matter what you hear, do not open the door.
Well, I mean,
Feisty
what
just
if there's
looks
a
panicked.
problem?
I look up the button control and grab a couple of assorted coins, give him the fight, put them on the counter. It's like, okay, and then start explaining to Feisty what each one of the buttons does.
Roll animal handling.
I am speaking cat, so I hope that helps. Can we get
Maybe
advantage?
lowers your DC a little bit?
Roll animal handling. You're not a damn druid or ranger.
Oh no. What happened?
I saw that bounce off the edge over there.
Yeah, but it's not quite caught.
What'd you roll? Did you roll?
5.
One? Okay, that's not bad.
It's not good.
Well, your animal handling can't be much worse than mine.
So as you're explaining this to Feisty, Feisty's like goes over to the bathtub, right, that Scabbard's suspended over, and is like looks to you, tries to understand this, puts paw on the plug and says and motions to turn on the handle until it overflows.
No.
Okay.
No.
Can I try to
Yeah.
double explain? All right. No. Okay. I don't know what he told you, Feisty, but here. This is how this stuff works.
I'm gonna laugh, it's even worse.
It's a 9.
So what we're gonna do this entire episode is try to convince the cat how to help clean the kobold.
So you translate to cat what I say.
Feisty looks even more confused at this point.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick one button, like the clean all button, the prestidigitate clean all button. He barfs, push button. Or if he, well, let him barf a couple of times. Push button when it gets bad.
Feisty just sits down. Looks very concerned, but just sits there.
We'll be back later on.
Have to not go far.
We'll check in on him later on today.
Oh. I'm pretty sure the player of Scav is having heart failure right now somewhere in the universe.
After what he did, he fucking deserves it.
Whole party's gonna be paying for that for a while.
Except realize that I no longer have my rope. But I don't think we're going to do anything.
So, you guys are heading out and downstairs?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
There's a market around, right?
Oh yeah, there's a market that opens up every day. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Might as well see what's available.
Yeah, sure.
God, I always want to make you guys roll a navigation because you're bound to get lost.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
As far as I know, all we have to do is go out the door and there's the market, so I don't know how we're going to get lost.
No, it's not that easy here.
Okay.
It's us, dude. We can get
You go
lost.
down the stairs and then it's behind the actual main bar
Oh,
place
okay.
because there's a big giant courtyard that it's held in.
Cool.
With you guys, you're bound to get lost and end up in like back in Winemore. How do we get back here? Oh shit.
Ooh, so we say I had a coin.
Coin's like, you're back?
Somehow, yeah.
Back already.
Did you take a left at Albuquerque? So you head downstairs, and there is just the normal rustle and bustle that you guys are getting used to. It's like Grand Central Station when people are coming and going, essentially.
So where's this market, Manga?
It is that away.
Look around for like a bartender or a tavern keeper or something. Someone.
What is it,
Are we-
Gunner? Gunner?
Are we
Gunnar.
near Gunner or Gunner?
You're kind of behind the bar for that. So there's like the main bar area, and then there's the stairways that go up. And then there's pathways that go off down the actual like wings of the place.
I would imagine it's outside. Just look for an outside door.
Yeah, you guys look around a little bit and you find an outside door, and you realize it's the front door, and you head out front. And you hear someone step out next to you, and they're like, "Step left, please."
Step left.
And you hear someone screaming, and you hear crash right next to you as someone hits the ground, and they slowly get back up, and they're like, "Oh, fuck
What
me."
the?
And this human just stands up, and they're like, "Ow."
What happened to you?
Are you okay?
Or actually, what happened to you still?
They're like, "Oh, watch that first step when you're doing weird experimentations."
What were you experimenting
fuck,
on?
You said that you were in front of him.
And you see that the other person is like this, they're a munchkin tabaxi, and the bell is going off in your pocket. And you see that they have like this long, illustrious beard, and their mage hand is holding their beard up so it doesn't drag on the ground.
Of course.
What the heck?
I want artwork of this character. I really
And the-
fucking do.
And this munchkin tabaxi looks at you, and they have these robes on, and they're like starry, and you can see little stars moving on. They're like, "My name is Plume Tree the Illustrious."
Plume Tree. Wonderful to meet you.
"You too. I am a wizard of many kinds. Wait, let me guess. You are..." He starts searching through his component pouch, and he finds something, and it's like this old brush. The bristles are going off in different directions. And he writes something across your head, and you can feel wet ink across your head, and then it just disappears. "Oh, you're Mongo, as people call it, or as a lot of people prefer to call you, Mango."
Fucking God.
How'd you do that?
Perception.
Oh.
And the guy's like, "Oh, fucking, why did you have to cast that spell?" "Well, my dear boy, you didn't get out of bed, so it's only fair."
You have a spell that can make somebody get out of bed.
"Yes, Dimension Door."
I love the sound of this.
It's actually quite wonderful to get somebody off a ship, too. And you see this airship is just floating above.
Oh
Is
God.
that where you guys were?
Well, how else do you get from point A to point B in style? Well, I suppose you can take a flying hippo, but those are hard to get a hold of these days.
Flying hippo.
Yes, they have giant wings, and you sit on their back, and you read your wonderful books, and you go from A to B.
That is style. You cannot fucking tell me otherwise.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool, but I think an airship is like way cooler. I want to go on one of those someday.
I don't know, because I saw somebody down at the guild, O'Hare.
Oh, yes, O'Hare. He is a charmer.
Oh, he's a
I
fine
pranked
one.
him once. He couldn't find his way out of the desert for 20 years.
Wow.
Oh, I can't wait to do something like that. Oh, first order of business is I have to get my brother back.
Oh, you could seal him away in amber. Granted, you might need a cleric for that to resurrect them after they get him out. Wonderful
let's not kill my brother.
If we could get him stuck to something like the walls for kind of a while, that
Have
would
you
be
ever turned
fantastic.
somebody to soup? That's wonderful too.
Closest I did was roast somebody alive.
That is true. He is a budding pyro.
So, Mongo, since you're an adolescent mage of no skill of any kind,
Training, thank you.
As you lift up your see in training.
don't Don't you see all of the glowing signs about you that say adolescent, untrained, uncouth?
I like you.
Look, I just haven't had a chance
Most
to
of
get
all,
to...
unstylistic.
Now you're just being rude.
Don't talk to your elders like that.
Look, there's still a lot to learn, I'll admit, but I just haven't been able to get to the damn school yet.
Oh, that's a pity. What if I could help you with that? What if we could bypass all the younger years of training and you'll be caught up with someone of your actual age in no time?
Wouldn't that be cheating?
Well, I am a professor.
Look,
Yeah,
there's many ways to solve a problem.
Yeah, no, but isn't part of like learning stuff doing it?
Oh, he'll be doing it. He'll just go by in a blink of an eye. Well, a couple hours.
Huh?
It's a new spell I've been working on with my cohorts.
You have my attention.
Oh,
I'm
come to
curious.
my lab. And you see they just open up in a book, right? And the book grows large. And it's a dimension door in the book. I'm like, well, go through.
Can
Come
I
on,
go too?
come on. Let's
Can I
go.
go too?
Come on. He picks you up by your tail. Let's go.
Ah, hey!
And the humans over there are like, oh, here we go again. And this human just looks like a fighter, like they don't have any armor on yet or anything. And they have various scars,
He was just
sandy
dimension
hair.
doored from his bed, it seems.
Yeah. And do you run through the dimension door? You run through, and it's kind of like tingly at first, almost kind of like that moment when you wake up your foot that's been asleep. But it goes by very quickly.
So when you say grab by my tail, my machine's tail?
You didn't say you had your machine
I
with
did it
you.
with me before. Well, no, I would have left it in the room because
Yeah.
we're just wandering around. So
Yeah, he just picked you up by your tail.
yeah.
And you guys go through, and you just are into this very, very interesting lab. You see, like, clocks on the wall, and
Oh, he's a chrono wizard.
and you see it kind of tick, and it goes back, and it ticks, and then it goes back, and you see
Your clocks are broken, boss.
hourglasses, and you see sand going through, and then it goes back up, and it's just floating there in the top part. And you see
Okay, maybe
like this
not.
massive ring ahead with all these like little emblems and symbols and everything, and they're all kind of correlating around something, and they stop and they start going back around. And
What's
you
going
see
on?
all these bookshelves with all these different kinds of books and all these
Ooh.
jars and everything around.
There's so many questions.
Okay. And he reaches back through, pulls the book with him.
Where are we?
This is my lab. None of my cohorts are
Where
here
is
right
it?
now. They're looking for very important ingredients and working on other parts of the project. But hey,
Hi.
Okay, are we in the book, or did it just move us to, like, another location?
Yeah, that's a good question.
oh, you are such a novice. I'm so happy I get to educate you. And he just walks over and he points out the window, and the human's like, I'm going back to my room to get dressed and get a meal. You can deal with the mouse and the cat.
I happily go over to the window, and
Yeah, go to the window,
there's
look.
an excited pep in his step.
Yeah, you both go over to the window and you look out, and you can see that looking down below is the actual tavern, and you're on an airship currently.
Oh,
I gotta check this place out.
You run for.
How's
the
this
door.
work? I run for the door.
You see him run for the door, and there's a small person's door built into the larger door, and he opens it, and you see him go through, and then you see the door open this way, and he comes walking back through.
Okay. Can I check out this machine, your airship, so I can see how it works?
Well, certainly, if you can figure the way out of this room.
Oh, you are marvelous, aren't you?
All right, I start looking at his books. Let's see if there's anything that says anything about dimensions, pocket dimensions, just mechanics even. So maybe he's dabbled in that.
As you're going over to look at the books, you start to head over in that direction, and something startles you, and you see this warforged standing there, and they have a book in their hand. They just look down at you, and they're like,
Aye.
and they crouch down eye to eye with you, and they're like,
Nikolai.
and he looks over at the wizard and you, and the wizard's like, he's okay, don't smash.
Yeah, please don't smash.
And you see that they have the book ready to smash him.
Thank you.
They're-
I'm Nikolai, by the way.
Don't worry, they're not escapee either. And you see over there's some like white mice in a jar or a container that are trying to solve puzzles.
That's interesting. Like actual lab mice.
Yeah.
Doing things like lab mice do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not like lab mice sitting at a table using their front paws, so putting puzzles together.
No.
Okay.
They're not doing crosswords just yet.
Not doing jigsaw puzzles or using Rubik's Cubes. What's your name?
The Warforged looks at you, points to their badge that says Gary.
Oh, hi, Gary.
What's his last name?
So, would you be willing and able to take me a tour of your ship?
Gary looks over, points to the door.
I tried that. Wouldn't let me go through.
They go back to reading the book.
What you reading?
And they just show you the book, and it's in a language you don't understand.
I can't read that. You don't talk much, do you?
And the Munchkin tobacco say, "Oh yes, yeah, Gary had an unfortunate accident with the spell that he was trying to perform, and he can't find his voice. It appears to have absconded to another dimension."
Your voice can go to another dimension?
Yes, it could just get lost. You just have to
That's
figure
it.
out where it goes, and then you can put it back and go about your business.
That's a new twist on losing your voice.
You can also lose half yourself.
Like literally half yourself? Like
Yes.
maybe just walking around on one leg? Or no legs
Or
because
like just
the top
like
half
left
is
half of you.
there?
Getting squelched is not recommended in any wizard circle.
What's squelched?
Oh, it's when half you goes here, half you goes there, and you're just a bloody mess.
How does one avoid that from happening?
Skill.
Carefully conduct your spells accordingly to the instructions. Do not deviate from the instructions. Most of all, do not try to do multiple teleportations across the streams.
Across the streams.
Yes.
What streams? Like the stream we.
The last thing you want to do is have two magical streams cross and you get into game squelched together. It's even worse.
Magical
I have
streams?
actually heard that if you cross the streams, it could be very, very bad.
Must tell me more about these magical streams.
Just imagine every particle in your being just going in a different direction all at the same time.
I don't know if that would be painful or not.
It would probably be unexpected at the very least.
At the very least, unexpected.
So-
one moment you're there, next moment you're everywhere.
Mongo, shall we proceed?
What all is involved in this?
Lots of wizardry things.
I would expect nothing less. Care to elaborate?
Well, you drink a potion, you sit in a circle, things happen, and then time passes, and yeah, you actually kind of just pass forward.
Huh. That could be quite handy. Because I just got a couple of books and I just haven't had the fucking time to read them.
Oh, would you like a tutor?
That would come in quite handy. I've met a couple of other wizards from, one city to another, but most of them are all kind of busy doing the thing. I haven't really been able to pick up a whole lot.
So is this something I can do too?
He just kind of looks over. Well, you are an artificer. I am not an artificer, so therefore you are not subscribed to my way of learning.
Oh, okay.
I hear your kind likes to beat wrenches a lot.
Oh my god, you have no idea.
I mean, sometimes a wrench makes a good hammer, but it's always better to use just a hammer when you want to beat something.
God, what's that thing that you always say when you're beating something with other than a hammer?
Using the wrong tool for the wrong job.
Every tool is a hammer or some shit like that.
Every tool can be a hammer, that is true. But if you have a hammer, you should use the hammer.
The Warforged that you're standing next to holds up the book. And they're like, yes, that could be used as a hammer too, I know.
You shouldn't do that.
They kind of search around the books. They pull a book down and they open it up. They reach in and they pull out a warhammer.
Well, that's cool.
Look at the name of the book.
Yeah.
That would be a handy trick to know.
Do a perception on the book.
For sure, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Did your dice betray you?
9.
9! You look over at it, and his hand's covering it from the angle you're at, so you didn't get a glance at it. And it says, Warfare A to Z, the various kinds of weapons.
Just pull the things out, whatever you fucking need. Now, is that the book, or is that him doing it?
Oh, well, that book specifically is a running dictionary of current methodologies of tools of destruction, and you may pull said weapons from the thing, but you can't use it for an entire week on the same weapon. So, for example, you're like, I want a ballista. We'll go to B and find ballista, and you can roll a ballista out and use it. And
whoa, that is so cool.
Now, say somebody came up with something that wasn't in there. Could it be added?
If it's actually publicly recognized, it could very well be added.
Because we did come up with a bit of something.
We do have another book on the shelf that is Kobold Inventions. We do have another that is Goblin Inventions. And we do have another that is Dragon Inventions.
Some of those are absolutely terrifying just by the description of the fucking book.
Have you ever heard of a gelatinous cube launcher?
Oh, God! Okay, that's so many questions for both me and Mongo. What happens to the cube when it lands? How the fuck do you get ammunition for it? It's like, do you have to cast Featherfall in the Dungeon Roomba? Or if it lands, does it just go splat? If you don't hit the target and it just kind of gets near it, does it just kind of... It is like an area effect. And if you're standing close enough, what happens if you're in that area of effect? It's just like...
May I peruse your book, sir?
Just as long as you avoid the restriction area.
Which area is that?
Points to the room, and you see this giant door with razor sharp teeth, and you see these eyes just looking back and forth. And you see a sign next to it that you can read that says restricted.
Gotcha. So I'm looking for books that might be useful to me.
Well, because we did manage to... I came up with one idea, and he did actually manage to build this. Oddly enough, it does take a cow as one of the ingredients.
Yeah.
The wizard just looks... You see the mage hand start kind of stroking the beard in the air.
Because we managed to... Well, I call it the Kalmakazi.
I can give you my plans if you'd like to add it to your collection.
I mean, a bunch of us wizards did get kind of drunk, and we did come up with superheating a cow and launching it, and... Yeah...
Why would
Who
you
did
launch
what
a
to cause that
superheated
beef?
Well, what was the point of launching a superheated cow?
Well, you see, we were doing wizard things, and we wanted to understand the terminal velocity of a superheated cow flying through the air. If we all stacked up our spells, and we kind of figured this out, and, well, it traveled very far after we summoned the cow from another dimensional plane, and it went flying very, very well, and once it hit the ground, well, let's just say they were very, very happy goblins to have some cooked beef.
Oh, God, something one from another. That would have been so much easier.
Yeah, it would have been.
We could probably have
You
gotten a
can
cow to
just summon
exact.
cows?
Unfortunately, the cow was one of my comrades' familiar. They weren't too happy about being superheated and launched across the known plain.
You launched it across the entire plane?
More or less.
Wow.
We could have kamikazed the fucking bullet from space. But it's so much more handier. Fuck.
Orbital bombardment with a bullet.
God, no, in the last town they had a bullet problem, and well, my other brother
Oh!
is handsy when it comes to contracts.
And you hear the door open and someone come walking in. You hear the pitter patter of feet.
Look.
You look over and you see a very sleek figure in a jumpsuit that's about a little bit shorter than you, about halfway between your height and your height.
Okay.
And it looks like an otter.
An otter?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're wearing a jumpsuit, and they come over, and you hear them pike up. They're like, "Oh, unfortunately, you're stuck here with him." She holds out a hand. "Greetings.
Hello.
What is your name?"
My name is Nikolai. What is your name?
"Ah, Starbar."
Starbar?
"Yes."
Nice to meet you, Starbar.
And the wizard looks over. He's like, Peach Bloom looks over. "It is so peculiar how your people seek out names to be named after food." She's like, "And you're named after irrelevant things."
Names aren't irrelevant. They say a lot about us.
And she's just kind of like, "Oh,
So, Miss Starbar,
yes."
can I bother you for a tour of your wonderful ship?
She's like, she crosses her arms and she's like,
I won't break anything, I promise.
hands in front. And just as you put her hands out front, she puts manacles on you. And they just drop down and you can't raise your hands up.
Really?
Ah,
Oh, I've got to get a pair of those.
you're trying to lift your hands and you're just struggling. You can't even lift. It's like after you've been working in the shop all night, you can't raise your hands at all.
Really?
She's like, "Come along." "Oh, this is so fun. I have a mouse on the manacles. It's maddening." And she just giggles to herself. And as you're standing there, the manacles start to pull you along behind her.
What the heck is this? Well, at least I get a tour of the ship, I guess.
Find out where she got those.
Why?
It could be fun.
They're not.
Oh, you're just not on your end of it. It might not be fun, but on the other end, I'm sure they're a fucking riot.
So is that what you're gonna do after you use finger guns to attach the manacles to someone?
I'm never using finger guns.
Okay, we went faster. All I got is Starbar.
Mhm.
That's her full name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's named after a snack. So the wizard looks back at you. "Well, now that those two are gone, and I don't know what she's going to do with that poor lad."
He's gonna be safe, yeah?
"Well, when you have an artificer, safe is a relative term."
Oh, that's true. He's coming back alive, right?
We'll circle back around to that issue when it comes back up.
Oh, shit.
He goes over and he pulls.
Head on a swivel, Nikolai.
He goes over and he pulls down this horn and he talks into it. "Zanzibar!" And you hear on the other side, "What?" "Do be aware that we have a guest and Starbar has acquired them. Have resurrection on standby."
Oh, shit. Is this like on some type of intercom?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you gonna do to me, Starbar?
She's like, I'm not going to do anything to you outside of the normal.
What's the? Oh, I can't scratch my head.
Well, we all know Nikolai's got a thing for gnomes. He's gonna have a thing for otters now.
She's disturbing me right now. What's the normal? I just want to look at your ship.
Well, you're looking at the hallway right now, aren't you?
Yeah, but why these manacles?
You're a mouse. You can't be trusted. You put your little grimy paws all over my wonderful contraptions.
I won't. I promise.
Oh.
She just glares
Test
at
me.
you. She walks over and she pulls something out. And she sticks you in the arm and she withdraws some blood and she starts working on something just standing there.
Ow.
She's like, what? I'm testing your blood to make sure you're okay. You said test me.
No, I mean, okay. Yours very. I was okay. I think the same way. I get you. Okay. Let's see this. Okay. Give me a test that I could possibly pass, that you can trust me not to touch stuff and cause damage to it.
She looks at you. She's like, you're a mouse.
And you're an otter?
Yes, and I'm superior than you. I'm larger, I have a bigger brain, and I'm much more adorable than you.
I mean, you are larger. Is she cute?
Do a perception?
Jesus. That's 9.
9? You kind of...
Fuck, again?
Yeah, I know.
You kind of look at the where she stabbed you, and you look back to her, and you just kind of feel a lump in your chest. You're like... You're admiring her ethic.
Uh-oh. Nikolai can come back married.
To an otter?
To an otter.
Weird.
You're talking fucking mouse who builds shit. Weird is fucking relative, bud.
She's like, well, on the plus side, mouse,
Okay.
you don't
Otter.
have any diseases.
I didn't think I did.
You're not contagious with anything.
Uh-huh.
We don't have to launch you into the furnace to decontaminate.
Yeah, please
you.
don't. I can create my own fire if I need to make fire.
And you hear something behind you.
Look.
And you turn around and look, and you see this thing just towers above you. And it's taller than what Cayenne would be, and it's kind of crouched over, and it's kind of like shaped like this.
Okay.
And you see like the arms kind of are along the actual silhouette. You see like these massive claws, and you see that it's like almost what you would perceive a giant mechanical or owlbear.
Giant mechanical owlbear. Is that the Warforged?
She's like,
Another one?
no,
What
you
is it?
dummy.
Hey.
That's my mechanical companion.
Oh, you made a big homunculus.
That's not a homunculus.
Oh. What is it then?
That's my companion.
Okay. How do you make a big one? That's not a homunculus.
Oh my god, you really are a novice and an idiot.
Hey, novice, I will admit to.
She looks at you. What is 1 + 1? Do I have to speak slowly so you understand?
Huh.
1 + 1 is 2.
Did that hurt?
No.
Good. And she starts walking.
If your friend didn't yank us out real quick, which I'm not complaining about, I could show you my masterwork.
And as she starts walking down the hall, and the manacles start dragging you at a proper pace, and this thing is just
Right behind me.
yeah. And it's just got these glowing ember eyes in between the different cracks of it. You can see the glowing, like, inside of it. You can't see any mechanics or anything. It's just like almost like it's wrapped around lava, essentially, or fire.
Oh wow!
Damn.
So back to you. When you hear this thunking outside the thing, you can see some jars rattling as you hear something heavy walking down the hall.
Look to see if he sounds concerned about it.
Doesn't even seem bothered by it.
Oh, okay.
So, time to get you caught up on your classes and, well, make you less of a novice. Are you okay with, oh, I need your consent. They pull out a scroll, set it out in front of you. I need your consent to be able to teach you as a professor.
I'd start looking over the scroll.
Do an investigation. I'm going to laugh. You roll a 1, you just sign it.
It's a 10.
Okay?
At least it's not a 1.
Yeah.
You take your time and you look over it. Everything seems in line. It's just it's kind of like a being back in middle school and you're signing a field trip consent form.
You missed the line. If you die because of this, it's not his fault. Your responsibility.
Probably something like that.
The clause, we're not responsible for any dismemberment or possible death in the occurrence that you fail this.
Yeah.
If your brain gets fried, it's not his problem.
But yeah, you can go ahead and sign it, but it's basically a field trip consent form, and yes, there is a clause in there about possible death and dismemberment.
Sign.
Okay. You sign it and they're, oh, good. And they kind of, stretch their hand a bit and they pull out another book and you fall through the ground. Wah! And you land in a chair. It's a nice plush chair, really comfy.
Start looking around.
At
like,
least you have use of your arms.
Your arms still work.
And you see you're basically surrounded by dozens of books and the room kind of curves up into a top part. And you look up and you can see like orbs of light floating down into the room. And as you can do a perception if you want.
Yep. You think I'd have that number fucking memorized by now?
1?
No. 12.
12? You look up and you're trying to struggle to see through these orbules of light that are flowing down. And you see past them, just very so briefly, you see another Mongo looking up at you through the orbules of light. And as you reach up and you move your hand, they do the same thing. But it just kind of leaves a trail of hands back and forth.
I'm getting the cards out to do like some little basic trick just to see what the fuck it looks like.
Do a performance.
I'll take that. 23.
23? You pull, what kind of trick are you doing?
Nothing fancy, just kind of a basic, more of a kind of like shuffle.
You do the shuffle, and you can see the magical runes between the cards. And you just see, like, this multiplied slowness of them. And you see, as you're watching, you see a Mongo reach out from the stream of them. Grab a card, look at it, put it back. You see a few other paws come out and do the same thing. And you realize in your head, these are all the possibilities that you were thinking about doing for pulling different cards, and you're seeing them play out all at the same time.
You're teaching yourself tricks.
Shit.
In fast forward.
And then as you look over to the bookshelves, you see the various mirror versions of you going out, picking up books and start reading them, and it's just kind of accumulating in your head at once.
Oh, that was so cool.
Fuck, why doesn't this exist in real life? Oh
Yeah, no kidding. This would be so cool in real life.
So many books in so little time.
But you're just seeing time play out up to this moment of the various Mongos growing up to this point in time as if he was going to mage school.
I immediately start looking for like the inanimate object language book.
And you see Plume Tree there, and it melts into your head. It's an odd, surreal experience to you that it kind of augments your memories a little bit. Is that Plume Tree has always been your teacher and has been teaching you your whole life on how to actually become a wizard up to this point.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Some timely-wimely shit going on here. It was Plume Tree the Magnificent, right?
Mm-hmm. Is your brain literally breaking over there?
Make sure it's not leaking out.
But yeah, you can see the various versions of Mongo and Plume Tree teaching Mongo how to do things, and the knowledge is just accumulating in your head, like just piling up, and it's like you're starting to understand things. And when things should have been introduced, they're introduced from Plume Tree to that version of you, and you just see all these versions of you going to various things around you. You can get glimpses in different time periods and things as this is happening. While you contemplate what's going on currently.
Yeah, I just keep looking around for like other interesting books to just try to add more.
Yeah, as you look, as you kind of start to reach out for that, you realize that the space you're in is basically one of the pocket dimensions of Plume Tree. This is where he keeps a lot of his books for younger things. So it's like you're just kind of like in this one pocket dimension. And you've learned actually over time that he has multiple pocket dimensions for different things.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Back to you. You're eventually dragged off to a room, and you go in. And you can see all these heavy chains and all these things hanging there, and you can hear the hum of a massive engine of some sort. And this thing walks in behind you, goes over and flops over in a giant bed, and the bed just creaks down into the ground. And it just kind of scratches its stomach.
Are there sparks?
Yeah, there are. And it makes like these really mechanical, like, owlbear noises. She's like, well, as some people like to call me, I am what they refer to as a battlesmith.
Battlesmith.
Yes. We're kind of like the weird naturey folks that... have you ever met a ranger? They're stupid.
Yes, my brother is a ranger.
Yes, nobody
Very
ever
claims
wants to
to
party
himself,
with a
yeah.
ranger because they're useless.
We've actually had to save him at least a couple times now. So yeah, you might be right.
Well, when you go into a profession, it's incredibly underpowered compared to the rest of the professions. It kind of happens.
Wow, deep burns. Jeez.
Do we need to get Scav some like burn cream? Because damn.
She's like, we're the much more improved version of that.
Okay.
Well, over there, that is my animal companion, or my companion.
Okay.
And we're able to summon into existence one of them and also cast our spells. And then they will fight alongside of us and die with us and do things with us.
That's pretty cool.
You said you've traveled with a ranger, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. But
He's not
that
that
aside,
bad. He's my brother.
even weirder,
Is it weird?
you're a mouse.
Uh-huh.
The last mouse I met ate their brother.
Why would it what? No, I won't eat my brother. Unless I was starving and needed to. And he was already dead. Oh my god.
has an animal companion, right?
Yes, it is. Well, I think that's what it is. He picked up this displacer beast.
A mouse
Named
with
it-
a displacer.
No, he's not a
beast.
mouse.
She looks at you very confused.
He's a kobold.
She picks up a piece of parchment that's just laying on the ground, and she just kind of starts. She reaches over and puts her finger in some grease and starts making a note.
This happens a lot. We came from the same orphanage.
Oh,
Mongo is also my
so you
brother.
really are a piece of trash.
I am not.
Well, you were in an orphanage,
Well,
obviously discarded.
well, my parents. I'd show you. Can you get these things off of me? Because I want to show you the thing my parents left me.
Sit. And the manacles drop off and they sit on the ground.
Okay, thank you. I take off. Thank you. So I show her my note and everything from my parents. As my parents left me because they needed to do something, they couldn't go into details, but they want me to come find them after I've adventured. So I wasn't abandoned. I was left in someone else's care for a temporary duration.
Got it. Okay. Noted.
So I don't know about my other brothers and my sisters about why they were left at the orphanage, but that's why I know.
So,
Yes.
are you interested? Actually gaining some class?
Well, yes. Wait a minute. Clean?
Wrong kind of class.
Oh, okay.
You're a mouse. You're always dirty anyway. Filthy little things.
I am not.
Well,
I mean, when I'm working, I get messy.
Well, you have to get in the guts of what you're working.
Exactly.
Yes, see?
I really need to learn that spell my brother does. I think he calls it prestidigitation. That would be so much easier to clean up.
That spell is an insult to our kind.
Otter kind?
Artificers.
Why?
Why would you not want to show the labor of your work all over you when you show up at the table?
You know, you have a point there. I kind of agree with that. I don't know why I'm so meticulous when I not after I'm working. I don't know. Maybe it was my upbringing. Because I tell you, if we showed up to the table for dinner and we were dirty, we didn't get to eat.
Okay. So she starts just showing you various like and they're written in artificer. They're like just straight up schematic. Some of them are more advanced than you're used to, but she's starting to teach you essentially how to be a battlesmith
Okay.
type of artificer.
That's amazing.
She's like, when you do your first construction circle, alchemy circle,
Uh-huh.
and you have all the components available, and you try to summon your buddy,
Uh-huh.
be prepared for whatever it's going to be and just accept it. I met an artificer once, and they tried to summon their companion, and they rejected it, what they got. Let's just say that they were putting them back together for a week.
So this is a summon, not a build machine thing?
Correct.
Oh, because I built my homunculus. I designed it myself. And I also designed my machine. Call it magic.
She just picks up like this very polished marble, and she kind of just starts juggling it in her hands a little bit.
Okay. I call it. What did I call
Goblin King in it up.
it?
She is an otter. It's her marble.
Yeah.
I called it reach magic because it lets me reach stuff. So it's this little ball thing that I can go in there, and it allows me to zoom around. It gives me armor, which is really cool, and I have mechanical arms that I can grab stuff with because I'm only a foot tall. Makes things a lot easier.
She looks at you and she whistles, and you see the thing just kind of groan a bit, and it gets up and walks over because it was comfy. And she picks up a large hammer that was leaning on the wall,
Uh-huh.
and she motions, and this thing walks in front of her, and she just stands behind it. Much more effective.
That's big. Yeah. I ain't gonna mess with that guy. Like, maybe I tangle with him in my machine, but only in a friendly combat.
You're just saying this massive owlbear machine between you and her.
Like I said, maybe in like friendly sparring, you know?
Just like she offers it some scrap metal, and it just kind of looks at it and takes it and goes off and lays down and lays it on its stomach. Just kind of eats it like popcorn from its stomach.
So I might get something that I never even contemplated, huh? When I figure this out.
It's up to the universe.
To the universe. Wow. Okay. Because I was hoping to expand upon my machine to make me more like big in movie. Like a full-size person.
She pats you on the head. She's like, "You're never going to be big. But your imagination can be."
Yeah.
Some
Roll con for your brain leaking out currently.
Hey, do you know what this
Fair
is?
enough.
Show her the stone.
She looks at it. She's like, "Ooh."
Ooh.
She's like,
I-
"No idea."
Oh, okay.
She
So I
takes
did-
it over and she takes a mini little hammer and starts tinking
No,
it.
don't do that. I
21.
don't know if it's fragile.
She takes a big hammer and smashes it, and then nothing happens.
Oh God!
Nicholas
And you were worried about me
anxiety.
breaking stuff. Let me tell you what I know about that. So this morning, I did a identify.
that?
21.
I did identify on it, and it like started to like form like something around it, like, you know, like it was part of a machine. So I was wondering if it would like work in my Reach Magi, or Reach Magica, or maybe I can use it to make another homunculus. I don't know.
She's like, "Well, for one, the hammer's not going to break it because it's infused with artificer magic.
Okay, that's good.
The hammer's not magical, so it won't do anything to this."
Okay, that's interesting enough. So mundane things can't break magical things.
No.
Okay, cool.
And
That's
magical
interesting
things resize to fit you, or to be your size.
They do.
Yes. So if you
Oh
find-
yeah, that's right. My brother, he found a bow that was like really big, like bigger than that fighter guy that fell from the sky with such an interesting name. What was the guy's name?
Bloomtree.
Bloomtree. Yeah, Bloomtree. Bloomtree.
Not Bloom.
Yeah. Yeah, Plume Tree's our wizard.
Yeah, Bloomtree's your wizard, but I guess he had a human guy with him that I guess he woke up by opening up the
The
dimension door.
new guy, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So it was like bigger than him. And then Scav, my brother, held the bow for a little bit, and then it became like workable for him. That was pretty cool.
That is a magical item.
Neat. That's interesting. So I figured out how to like infuse magical properties into weapons. So does that make it like if I were to get like one of my sister's, like she has an awesome she's a smith, a blacksmith. She has all kinds of large hammers and stuff, like, so if I were to like infuse magic into one of those, would I be able to pick it up? Use it?
Probably.
That's so cool. All right.
She's just kind of working on something as you're talking, and you can't tell what it is. It's way above your pay grade,
Yeah, I'm
truly.
just asking questions and observing, trying to learn anything I can from her. I ask her what she's working on.
Hey, so she's you see her like this big bay door open,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a door on the side open, and you see like this large crystal come out, and it's kind of got like a very faint glow in it, and it just goes down through the hatch door, going down below.
What was that?
Oh, that's one of our charge crystals. It's kind of gone off awry, and I need to switch it out, and it's draining our funds.
Oh. So what powers this ship?
This one, yes.
Oh, neat. Oh, so it's like the crystals I put in my Reach Magica. Reach Magica.
You maybe.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So how does this all work?
She starts explaining it, and she's just talking in her terminology.
Uh-huh.
And roll an intelligence at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. Come on. Oh
no. I hear whining.
Oh.
It's no higher than a 10.
It is a 10. It was a 12, and then it became a 10.
At least you didn't go from 20 to 1.
So, as she's walking around talking, you're like, uh-huh.
So I pick up some of it, but
yeah, but
not,
most of it you're just like,
what the heck?
it's like if Mongo or like a really old wizard was just ranting on an arcana.
Okay.
This is so far above your head, you're just like, what? And it's very enduring to you. You're like,
I want to know more.
Nikolai Smitten.
She's awesome.
And she's like,
and she's not a gnome. Who would have thought?
and she just looks over. She's like, huh. Your eyes are glassed over. Obviously, this is too complicated for you currently.
Yeah. You said stuff that I have never heard before. Are you speaking a different language?
No, I'm speaking artificer.
Okay, I know a little bit. I know. I just started.
Okay, sit down. We're gonna sit down. Sit down. I got some time.
For a chair.
There's stools everywhere.
Okay,
There's some knocked over. You see one actually stuck in the wall at an angle.
Why was that one?
Oh, I came up with a wonderful idea that it's a cannon that launches stool. I call it the stool sample.
Why would you want to throw a stool at someone?
Have you ever seen what a stool can do at high velocity?
Oh, come on.
No,
that kind of cannon would be the shit.
No, but I can imagine it would break stuff, yeah. Okay.
Hey, sometimes in battle you gotta get nuts. What, too corny?
Roll a fucking intelligence check over there. No, Arcana. Your favorite roll, Arcana.
So I'll grab a stool and pull out my notes and be ready to write.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a few artificer checks over there.
Okay, like what's a few?
For every ounce of pain you caused me, one for every one you've rolled. I'm just kidding.
Fuck, we'll be
So
here
only
for
one?
days.
No, over all sessions.
Oh shit! I don't know.
Roll
Yeah,
two
that's
for
good.
me.
Okay,
So if he rolls ones while doing that, does that add to the list?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
19.
It's only a rolling list of ones. What was that?
I missed.
Wow.
Wish I had kept that roll of the one I missed. Because that was a nice roll. But I guess I can't. No?
No.
Okay, fine. Alright, so... What did I say for the first one?
I don't remember. You were supposed to keep track.
Crap!
Now re-roll.
I know it was a good roll.
Well, you lost it now.
Okay, 19.
19?
19 and a 10.
19, 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You start making notes on things, and, yeah. It's going pretty well.
Awesome.
She's actually a very thorough teacher, and she's...
Which probably clicks with Nikolai a little bit.
The thing that's most terrifying is when you start to make your schematic notes
Uh-huh.
on the actual writing as an artificer.
Uh-huh.
She reaches over, she just smacks your hand with a wrench, and she's like, correct that.
Look.
And she's very meticulous on how nicely and presented everything is.
Okay.
Like your penmanship has to be perfect, or she will smack you with a wrench.
Damn.
It's
a ruler.
Huh?
Not a ruler, a wrench. Pink. It's just like if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a fireball.
Is that how it works?
It would hurt so bad. Pink.
The wrench is a fireball. I don't imagine either one's gonna fucking tickle.
God, that would hurt so bad.
Nikolai is learning very quickly to have proper penmanship.
God, if his fingers don't get broken.
No, some of it's on the back of your head too.
Oh, jeez.
Oh fuck! No, we already have one brother with brain damage.
She just looks over your shoulder, sees bad penmanship. Tink.
Jeez.
How many helmets are we gonna have to fucking make?
The whole party at this point.
Oh god.
So, as you're learning, you said you're looking for inanimate objects particularly.
Mhm.
You haven't got that far into your studies yet, but you're learning so much that you're going to probably have to have one hell of a catnap after this.
I'm okay with this.
And there's even parts where it's like you're learning like etiquette and how to actually properly scribe things you would never even consider. You see even like 101 on potions, things like that. Like
That reminds me, I gotta give that thing to him.
rudimentary potions and the theory. Potion theory 101.
I realize how little I fucking learned from the guy who taught me potions.
Yeah. You're realizing that if you weren't coming across this luck and you didn't come across Plume Tree, most of your life would have been spent catching up to everybody else before you even actually became a wizard.
You know I had a lot to learn, but
Congratulations, Mongo, you're a wizard after we did this.
I'm the hairy wizard.
You even learned that most wizards start around 5 years old and
God,
they
I
go
got
to
a bad look
school.
from Cheddar on that one.
Jeez, yeah, you're what, 10 years behind then, huh?
Yeah, fuck.
Boop. But yeah. You even, at one point, you even get like a little snack break, and you see all the various other Mongos getting snack breaks too, and
All the varying snacks we could have.
at that age, it's like what you preferred as a snack, and it's really surreal to you to see what the snacks, how they've changed over time.
That's crazy.
That would actually be really fucking cool to see.
Yeah, like you having lunch with
Like,
yourself.
what would 5-year-old
when you
me
were-
have a snack, but then what would 6-year-old me?
Yeah.
Like 7 and 8, and she's like, we get any fucking snack. What would it fucking be? And then she's like, she is fucking Moore's like, oh shit.
That'd be crazy. Like, it'd be crazy if you could interact with yourselves.
Yeah, but I heard if you do that too much, you go blind.
Yeah, you already have hair on your palms.
You
Says
just
the
wake up-
other guy who wears glasses. You all right there, bud?
Don't do that when someone is just taking a drink of water.
That's the best fucking time.
So yeah, good times for you.
Oh yes.
So you get plinked by the wrench again,
Ow!
and she's like, that's not supposed to look like that. Other way.
Which line this time?
And she points to it. You're
Smudge
going
it
to
out.
learn, or the beatings are going to keep happening.
Fix it.
Damn.
Roll an artificer check.
Damn. Is this the beatings are going to commence until the morale improves?
Becoming an artificer is like visiting a drill sergeant.
13.
You do it, and you You cringe because you're expecting a hit, but just oh, there you go.
You know, just that's wrong will suffice.
She's like, the bigger the mistake you make, I can move on to a bigger wrench.
Oh crap!
I'm using the small wrench.
And it's this big, huh?
No.
It's not the two-handed wrench.
Hey, just be glad it's not the wrench that hamster used.
Oh my god.
Definitely have to have resurrection.
Gadriel. He was nuts.
Well, it's not horrible, but I am going to recommend that you practice your penmanship nightly.
But, like, for how long every night?
And she just brings up the wrench, and you probably cower instantly. Until you no longer cower at the fact that I might be lurking in the shadows to smack you with a wrench when you least expect it.
God damn.
How long am I going to be here? Was I just abducted?
She just kind of smiles a bit, and she just has that. She sets the wrench down, and she plays the marble. She's like, "If you were abducted, you wouldn't be able to walk away."
She's speaking from first-hand knowledge? What the fuck? That is a terrifying answer.
You scare me, girl, sometimes.
We call him Wheels. We lock him to the ground so he can't roll away.
Oh,
So he's just surrounded by stairs.
So my Reach Magica has become a wheelchair.
We misread this. Can't leave if your legs are broken.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, God.
So as time passes, the hours go by. Eventually, your penmanship does start to actually improve, and you're seeing why she's been doing this. It's much easier to go through your notes and categorize things.
Oh, okay.
It's not well, her methodology is very blunt and like you learn this
And brutal.
you're seeing the methodology behind it that's making it much more clear to you. Of like, I've been doing my notes all wrong.
Yeah.
You're starting to be able to, like, okay, I know how to put these into a book and categorize them now, and I can actually read through them very easily to find what I'm looking for.
That makes sense what my father said in that vision. It'd be very systematic. Thank you.
She's like, okay. And she picks up the wrench, and you probably immediately start to cower.
A little bit.
But you see the bay doors open, and the gem comes back up, and it's much brighter. And it's a completely different gem that's inside the actual cage system.
Oh. So you got a new gem here?
She's like, no, they're not going to be happy about the funds.
How much should one of those things cost?
She walks over, and she looks at it, and she puts on a pair of goggles, and you see, like, all these rings floating in the actual air coming in, like, interchanging.
Okay.
They're like free floating. They're not actually attached to anything.
Well, that's cool.
And they have various magnifications on them, and you can see runes inside of them and things. She's like, "Oh, yeah. Do you really want to know the price tag?"
Well, give me a goal to know what I need to make my own airship.
She goes over and she looks down at she sets down a piece of parchment and she writes down an Artificer Arcane, and you see she puts down a 6, a dash, a 9, 00 dash 99, and you see a P there at the end.
Oh, fuck.
6-9000. 3 zeros or 4 zeros?
He's having trouble with the math over there.
I stopped trying to figure out
I
fucking math.
think
once
you did like
realized
69,000.
Like,
Wow.
6 to the power of 9,000 platinum.
Yeah, 6 to the power. Wow.
That's just one of the gems.
You need more than one?
Yes, the ship uses 3.
How do you get that much money?
Well, we work for a city.
Oh. So you're like funded from a city of some sort.
Yes.
Okay, can one make a ship with a smaller gem, but of course a smaller ship?
I'm sure you might be able to find a retired ship that nobody wants that's falling apart.
I just want to make my own. But not 6 to the power of 9,000 platinum times 3.
It's all really expensive, and if you can find a discounted ship, it's much easier that way.
Oh, okay. So what do you look for in a gem? I saw your goggles thing. That's pretty cool. What does that do?
Well, make sure it's properly charged. And she starts rambling on in this artificer talk again, and you're just like, oh, okay. And she just like starts going over all these things in an artificer speak, and it's way more advanced than you could understand.
That will make sense to me someday. That's all I say.
She's like, back to the work.
Okay.
And so she starts going over basics of, like, essentially what poor Mongo's going through their Artificer 101.
Except
like,
without the magical assistance of a chronomancer.
And every time you make a mistake, she starts with a tiny wrench that fits in her hand. She just smacks you across the fingers, and she's like, not like that, with finesse.
Okay, I'll try again.
And you kind of see her, she's working on, like, something, and it's a direction you've never gone on before. Like, she's working a little bit on teaching you on how to finesse things. And she's actually using, she does, like, some sort of circle on this platform that she has.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell what the platform's actually made of.
Okay.
And she does, like, this circle, and you're looking at it, it's a schematic. And it pulls all these materials together and creates the shape of what she needs made out of the thing. No forging, nothing. It's just pre-shaped.
What'd she make?
You can see it's like a curved metal piece, and it's got holes for it for a bracket and everything. You can tell it's for the cannon that she's been working on, for the stool cannon.
How did you do that without like actually doing it?
I did it.
But like, I had to like make my own parts for my machine.
Well, we traveled to one of the other continents, and I spent some time among the wizards there and the actual artificers there. And, well, they taught me some of what they know, which you can accumulate from other artificers and add it to your toolkit.
Yeah, my first version of my Reach Magica, a whole bunch of people from the Tinker's Guild helped me build it. It was awesome.
But
I met one guy on the road. He wasn't very keen on sharing any information.
oh, there are artificers that way, trade secrets. I have my own trade secrets that I won't teach you. You will have your own trade secrets someday that you won't teach others.
Oh, okay. So any information he could have given me was probably just a trade secret.
Probably, or he was just an asshole.
Oh. Yeah, all the artificers I met were pretty cool, except for that guy. Oh, and Viz. He always wanted to eat me. I thought he was just joking. But no. He was savoring the concept of eating me, actually. Even while working with me. It was weird. He was a lizard folk.
She just kind of smiles a bit. She's like, I met him once.
I mean, he's cool except for the fact that he wanted to eat me.
Well, you are a mouse.
But I'm not just a mouse. I'm actually smart. At least I think I am. I mean, I'm here having a conversation with you. Have you ever had a conversation with a mouse?
Yes.
Like just a mouse?
Yes.
How do you have a conversation with just a mouse?
You talk to one.
But it's just a little animal.
So are you.
I guess. I mean, so are you.
No, I'm an otter. I'm superior.
Wow. Jeez. So, like, you speak mouse?
Yes, it's called comprehend languages.
Oh, my brother was on about that spell. That's a pretty cool spell. I have to get that. I have to learn that from him.
So, back to you, Mongo. How's your brain doing over there? Has you caught up to the prospect of what's going on?
I think Mongo's finally catching up with all the wizard knowledge that the player has. Even then.
What's even funnier is you decide to take a nap at some point, and you see all the other Mongos decide to take a nap at the same time, and all the different ways you've taken a nap. Not much has changed.
Getting comfy is fucking important. We all know this.
All versions of Mongo. No, being comfortable is important.
Damn straight.
So, swinging back to you, Mongo, as you lull into a sleep, the comforts of this place and what you've been learning kind of settle in you. And you hear the ocean, and you feel the nice, cool, crisp air of the ocean, and you're instantly picked up. You're not startled by it. You feel possibly more excitement from this, and you're set on someone's shoulder as you take a look around. You hear your full name said, not just Mongo. And you kind of, if you want to do an investigation, you can.
Yep. Oh, fuck. 7.
7? You're more shocked by this odd dream you're having, and you kind of startle a little bit, and they steady you, and you hear a voice that is very, very warm to you, and you realize you're about 2 years old, if not a little bit younger, and you're on the shoulder of your actual mother, and you're on a ship, and you see that she has a book tucked under her other arm, and she's like, and you, she takes you to the very front of the ship, and she's like, someday you're gonna go out there and see all of that. It's what we do. She's like, you're gonna do it different than me. We're gonna travel, we're gonna drop you off, and we're gonna travel further than any of us have ever traveled. And we want you to take a different path. And you hear a few other people, and you kind of get a glimpse at like this tear in the actual ocean and the sky and the horizon. And you see the ship just kind of turn away from this. And you wake up and you're just kind of looking at one of the books you were studying, you're drooling a little bit into it.
Should I clean the book?
And you can still feel those feelings of the warmth and the breeze on you.
Ever had this dream before? Recurring, or is this the first time it's ever happened?
First time it's ever happened.
That's new. Do we know this is a dream or like a long forgotten memory?
To a intelligence, or actually a wisdom.
9.
9.
Jeez, we're all 9s tonight.
Wow. Oh, you guys are rolling so high. I'm glad I just. Oh man, I'm making these checks so hard because you'll never pass them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're more distracted by the fact that you drooled all over a book and some ink started to run a little bit.
Ending.
If I could roll 9s, I'd be happy because that would not be a bad roll every time.
But you're rolling like a 2.
I'm rolling like 2s,
3.
4s, 5s, 7s.
Yeah. Yeah, but you just kind of settle on that a little bit, and it just makes you feel a little bit more fluffy. Something to research after you're done with this.
I check for parchment, start writing that down.
Okay. Yeah, you very easy to quickly write it down because you have a stack of parchment next to you. All right.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
It's been a roller coaster for you.
Yeah. Yeah, start going through, trying to figure out, it's like, okay, start trying to learn, like, transmutation, evaluation.
Yeah, you're
getting
systematically, as you would
Yeah.
in school, going through the different schools and figuring out which one that you would lean more towards.
Yeah.
What school would be your preference? What would you, as a wizard, accumulate to?
Yeah, I've only been asking myself that for fucking months now. I'm still haven't come up with that.
I was just going to ask, has Tom figured out what he wants?
I've got 1 or 2 eliminated from the list because, let's be honest, necromancy's fucking gross. It's too much yuck, and no.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would fit Mungo at all.
No, that's the exact fucking opposite.
Most cats hate the gross. I've embraced it.
No Batman cat, no.
No Bane cat.
No. Born into the yuck.
Oh, the commentary. Oh, I guess you're gonna have to figure that out at some point.
Yeah, hey, if anybody in the chat wants to make a suggestion, go for it.
What class will Mongo go, or should go?
Yeah, what subclass?
So,
yes.
what are you doing?
Absorbing as much information from this crazy otter chick that I can.
All right. You're learning a lot.
Yeah.
You're back to 101. You've made a large stack of schematics notes at this point.
Am I running out of paper?
She's provided you more paper.
Oh, okay, good.
And she's teaching you how to actually bind your own books.
Cool.
Damn.
She's like, oh, I have something kicking around. And she goes over and she kind of starts rummaging through a chest, and she leaves a scurry of things on the ground. And she goes and she starts rummaging around another chest, and she leaves a mess of things around. And she's just leaving this trail of debris behind her as she's looking for something.
Following her.
And she finally sees this chest, and she gets back out of it, and she holds up, it looks like a loop satchel that you could just put over yourself, and it's tattered, worn. There's threads hanging out of it. It's old, worn leather. The buckles look ancient. And there's one button that holds it closed that's kind of barely hanging on. And she just kind of hands it to you.
What's this?
She's like,
turning it around.
it's a graduation gift.
Graduation gift?
Well, you don't suck anymore. You just kind of suck.
Okay.
She artificered you into a vacuum cleaner.
She walks over and she takes the book that you have and she puts it inside, and you just see the book just kind of like Mongo's hat. It only works for books, and it only holds like 12 books because it's old.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. My brother has a hat that does that, but it does more than books, I think.
Okay. I'll never understand wizards and their way of methodology because it makes no sense.
Sometimes, yeah. I hear you, sister.
They do the whole hooga booga booga wooga wooga thing, and things happen, and it's like, okay, there's no
It's
logic
kind of weird.
to that.
There's like no logic, no sense. There's no like
None.
bringing anything
None.
into being. It just happens. It's like what? And they're always reading, like just reading.
Oh, have you ever met a sorcerer? They just do it naturally. No books needed, just natural talent.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, so much better.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you just ooh. How does one become a sorcerer?
You're just born with it.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's just natural talent.
Uh,
But they don't need books, they don't need any special thingy-majiggers or anything weird. They just do it and it happens. And
huh. That's interesting. It's kind of like my sister. She's a druid.
oh,
She
druids.
just does magical stuff with nature stuff.
Yeah, they kind of pull from
Like I burnt my arm the other day, and she like wrapped it up in vines and stuff, and it's good now. See?
Okay.
I don't know how she did that, but it was cool.
I remember meeting a druid. They had a vendetta against, well, the city we're from. And the city refused to listen to them up until the point where they summoned a giant tree after talking to nature and dropped it on the castle.
So they dropped a giant tree onto a castle.
Yeah, it sprouted up, and then they asked the tree to fall over, and apparently it fell over onto the castle, and then the...
Like, how big was this tree?
Large.
It's one way to get them to leave you alone.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? Is that the hypothetical of where was I born, or where do I currently reside?
Well, you said the city that you're from. So what city was that?
Yes, there's two different ones. There's the city where I was born, where I'm from, and then there's where I'm from.
The city that you're from in the story you just shared with me about a druid dropping a tree on the castle.
Oh, that city. Okay. Okay, so we're clarifying. The city from the story that I just told you, where the city I work for, not from the city where I was born. Got it. Brogier.
Brogier?
Brogier.
Where's that? Never heard of it.
It's
Or have I heard of it?
far from here. You haven't heard of it.
Oh, okay.
There's the proper spelling of it.
Oh, you sent me. I was just gonna
To
phonetically
I
spell
never would've gotten that.
Yeah, no.
it.
So, where are you from? Perfect music for this.
It's been so long. I don't know. Around.
That's fair. So, back to it. She smacks you with a wrench.
Ow! Okay! Jeez.
Break's over. Back to work.
Go back to work. Ow.
This one stings particularly because she caught you right in that crook between your ear and your skull.
Ugh. Ow.
When all the players feel sympathy pain at the table.
Yeah.
Suggestion for you. I doubt he'd go for illusion, but transmutation or conjuration.
You know, To whoever did that, transmutation is legit one of my favorites. I have a different transmutation wizard in another game, and I fucking love that guy so much.
Well, with the whole card thing and performance thing.
Conjuration does sound like fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
There's also Graviturgy. Because of Plume Tree, the Chronos, yeah. But War Magic, like lethal pranking.
Wait till you just hear about the stool.
Lethal pranking?
Yeah.
When it becomes lethal, it's no longer a prank.
That is a matter of perspective, sir.
So, as you sit down, she opens up a door and she brings out a bunch of things and sets them down onto this platform.
Okay.
It's all sorts of like blocks of metal and a few other things. She's like, okay.
Where did you send that spelling? I'm not seeing any messages from
It's
you.
in the campaign chat.
Okay.
It's in the notes section of the campaign.
Okay.
So she brings out all these various material components, and she's like, "So, are you going to join me in my school?"
The Battlesmith?
Yeah.
I think so, because when I started getting into this building stuff, I wanted to build something that'll allow me to be less dependent on other people. And I think if I get something like your wonderful friend,
You see the bear over there just kind of crunch, 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 crunch.
I think that would be fantastic.
All right. So you're gonna go Battlesmith, huh?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure. It'll work.
Can you please get a mecha owlbear? That would be absolutely hysterical. For so many fucking reasons.
Owlbear is already taken by the otter. The otter has claimed the bear. As amazing as that would be, and ironic.
And kind of fucking appropriate because it's him.
Yeah.
God.
So,
how a joke manifests into canon. Jeez.
So, swinging the pendulum back to the other way, you eventually, everything finally comes to a catch-up to where you currently are, where things, the images of Mongo become less and less and less as they become less relevant and fade away into just memories. And you're more into the present time of Mongo, and you see Plume is standing there, and he's like, "So, my dear boy, how do you feel?"
Well, as of... Look around to try to see how much time has passed and realize I have no fucking clue. Before this, I knew I had a lot to learn, but holy fuck, I didn't know it was that much.
Language! And you see a tip jar appear. A swear jar appear.
Grab a copper. Take a fucking copper.
Language! You realize you've probably already put at least 20 copper in there over time.
I cannot imagine how much.
Every
time you swear, copper.
I might be broke. Wait, that's a fucking thing?
Like, holy shit, that's how you fucking do this stuff.
Oh, fuck, that's how you cast Identify without blowing up a crater.
I've been doing it wrong the whole time. So you're currently caught up to present time, and Plume looks down at you, the young Mongo that's ready to become a field mage, and you actually understand what that means. Is that you've learned up to a point where schools can teach you, and then your senior years are spent out in the field like any other mage. And with this is you realize that mages do go out into the world at this age, explore a little bit to confirm that they do want to stay mages or become shop hands
Yeah.
of some sort and just discontinue their teaching. And you're at that point in your life where you don't have to.
Oh God.
The biggest weakness to the cat being a swear jar.
How to guarantee we're gonna go broke? Yep. Accurate.
But you do realize that you're at that point where you can go out into the world after you've selected your class to decide what you're going to do in the world. That you no longer have to be a field mage of a adolescent version, that you're now caught up with other mages of your age. You understand the importance of a book. You understand when you get to a certain point, you're going to have to build a wand and what that entails. You now understand what it means to aspire to be an actual wizard at some point. And why so many wizards are eccentric in their field, because they've spent so long doing it.
Yeah.
And learning the secrets of this. You can see why Plume is so odd, because he's never in the right time.
I've been a little disconnected from the timeline. I had a quirk here and there.
But he looks at you and he just presents you the question. And he pulls out a scroll and he sets it down. He's like, what shall it be? So, as we jump back into things, we're going to swing over to Nikolai. And we're going to find out what you did.
Well, technically, game terms, chose the Battlesmith.
Okay. And as you stand there and you look at this platform that you've never seen before, you kind of look at it a bit and I think you would probably approach it a little hesitant because you've never done anything like this, or more excited.
More excited and reckless and just let's do this.
Okay. So, what were your rolls?
True.
Got an Arcana of 10.
Okay.
Tinkering of 10.
Okay.
Intelligence of 11.
Okay.
My wisdom, it's a good one, 20.
Hey.
So you head on over and you start doing this, following what you were taught.
Mm-hmm.
And you see all these various material components sitting around, and you pause for a few moments getting to the last section, and once you finish this, you're going to summon whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
And you put your hands down very excitedly, and you finish it, and you kind of feel yourself pulled to the ground in a prayer type of position that you can't. You feel yourself binding to the arcane magic that is the Artificer class.
Let it take me. I'm not going to resist.
And you disintegrate and die.
Wow. I thought just letting it take me would be the right, and I should have resisted. Okay.
Artificer magic, we bang. You are now the Big Bang. Or mini bang.
I have created a whole new universe.
No, you're like a pop rock going off in the universe.
Maybe you just got rusty.
It'd be hilarious if you got a rust monster.
Oh, God.
That'd be crazy. Rust monster made out of metal. What the heck?
And you see some of the components slink across the ground, and you see this entire platform crack a little bit. And you see this skeleton, this almost bat-like wing come from the actual thing and form. You can see the bones forming out of the metal, and you can see another one come out, and you hear a screeching sound, and you can see the first inklings of a head. And you see something swoop up, and it's like a long skeletal tail as it starts to form. And you just kind of blink a little bit.
What is this?
And you see this thing starting to struggle and pull itself out as its skin forms around it, and it lets out a loud screech, and it begins to take its final form, seeming larger than you and slightly a little bit more terrifying because it's just molten red as it formed, kind of completes. And it turns around and runs at you, and it's about to hit you, and it just looks at you and just pats you on the head. And what you see before you is a flying monkey.
Flying monkey. How tall is this flying monkey?
About the size of an actual chimp.
Hi.
So if somebody throws water on Nikolai, does he go away?
Wow.
You have a flying monkey. Somebody had to ask.
Hi.
And she just looks over very perplexed, like,
You're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
clearly,
Looks like a monkey with wings, right?
they're like bat wings. Not feather, they're like actual, like, bat wings.
I was like, well, looking up at it, I'm Nikolai. Who are you?
It just looks at you and just smiles, and you see all those sharp teeth.
Oh, jeez. Huh.
And it picks you up, sets you on its head, and starts just walking around like that weird monkey dance.
God damn, I'm just seeing King Louie from Jungle Book. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the King Louie dance, essentially.
My God, that was what, 30 years ago?
Probably longer for you.
Oh, that is not a recent film.
So, do they have names? Looking down over at Ms. Barr, or do I give it a name? Or
She just looks at you and she's like, as my mentor said, good luck.
Love it.
all right, George, let's go.
The monkey picks you up and it seems like it's going to fling you across the room.
No, don't throw me.
Do we need to get Nikolai a big yellow hat? I'm just
I
curious.
just realized what I just did.
Fuck's sake.
So not George?
It just puts you in its mouth and just, you can feel your neck between its teeth.
Okay, not George.
And it takes you out.
Okay.
For dinner?
Can you write?
It looks at you just completely perplexed, an eyebrow cocked.
So I pull a piece here and I was like, can you do this? Can you, like, see Nikolai, write down my name?
Its tail kind of moves a little bit and you see it just go into like a crook like yours.
Okay. Repeat after me. My.
And it spits on you and it's like this warm, hot, oily saliva.
Ah, hey. We're supposed to be friends. Don't do that to friends.
It just spits on you again. The music for this is perfect.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by good luck. Have I ever met a monkey before or know anything about monkeys at all?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh my God, I wish my sister was here.
Help me!
Help me, please.
It appears I've been kidnapped by the zoo.
I don't know what to do. Please help.
While you try to figure out your life and your current decision, we're going to go back to you.
Oh, shit.
So, you've decided on your class. What is it?
Apparently I'm going to play with gravity.
Oh, you're one of them. You're one of those that you can get fat and float around. You will be the fattest of cats.
We prefer the term fluffy. You know. You should know.
He flexes his bicep.
All right, now you're just showing off.
You gotta keep the mage hand strong.
He's a muscle wizard.
That needs to go on a fucking shirt. Oh. Well, one of my brothers, not Nikolai, the other one, the fucking troublemaker, has a tendency to get on the wrong side of gravity.
Oh, so you're going to enlighten him?
In a way. He's the only one I've ever met who can find a fucking big asshole and grab a coin.
Just instinct at this moment.
Yep. Who can find the biggest hole in a field with nothing in it and manage to fall down it. I figured this way I might keep him from death. Or at least stave off the inevitable just a little longer. And also I can really mess with him too.
Well, time to unlearn everything you just learned. Just kidding. For that brief moment, Mongo was an actual wizard.
Why do I taste copper? Fucking scare me like that.
Do you smell toast?
Almost.
So as you work in his lab a little bit longer, figuring out the ins and outs of your choices and the gravity of them,
The gravity, the weight of your choices.
you do go back down to the tavern. A bit happier now.
Walking a little taller. Not physically taller, just walking.
And you hear like a
Just think
screech behind you.
Immediately turn. What the fuck? Who stepped on whose tail?
And you see this mechanical like monkey, and it has Nikolai in its hand, and it's holding out like "Shut up and take my money" towards you.
Nikolai?
Hi, brother.
Care to fucking explain? What the fuck did you make this time?
This is what's called a steel defender.
As in... Like that's his name?
I haven't figured out a
Steel
name
Defender,
yet.
like short for Arthur.
I haven't figured out a name yet.
Oh, that's...
I tried one name and he like didn't like it, I guess.
What the fuck did you call it?
I thought this is the first name that came to mind. And it says I named him George.
Well, that's racist.
Why?
Not all monkeys are named George. Just
I
that one that
didn't
hangs out
look-
with a banana-looking fellow.
I didn't. It doesn't.
God, the reference.
It was just a name that came to mind. I didn't even think about it.
The monkey just drops you on the ground because it figures that's where you want to be.
No, come pick me up, please, buddy. Buddy,
Picks you back up.
thank you.
Does that weird cheesy monkey smile.
Oh, that is... No, it is too early for that.
So I was like, so was buddy work?
How did... Is this like the other thing that you built? You have to get in?
No. He's his own thing. He's more like Feisty. Just made out
like
of metal.
Humantis, just
No,
bigger
no,
and scarier.
No. Like, even more. The Mantis was just a construct. It only did what I told it to do. Like, that's it.
It walks over to you and it just pops off your hat, puts it on, and just kind of smiles at you.
Hey, buddy, don't do that. No.
Mage paw.
I'm going to call you Buddy. Does that work?
It sounds like he needs a vest and a scar.
So, do we need to get Nikolai like a really teeny tiny little music box to kind of crank?
And you call him racist?
Can I
monkey memes?
Can I glean any information, experiences from my sister and my brother on handling animals, and like see if it applies to a metal monkey?
Sure.
So, handle animals?
Yep.
It's an 8.
You're kind of like, you try petting it and you're like, oh, this is weird.
Okay, buddy, don't take Mongo's hat.
And it just kind of thinks for a few moments, looks at you, Mongo, and gives you that really cheesy smile. And you can see the glowing behind its teeth from the insides of it.
Kind of take a couple steps back.
That like internal like glowing that's like a red hot furnace.
I was wondering if I could choose the color of the glow.
What color would you pick?
Kind of like the swirly green and purple again.
Oh, sure, evil. Okay, why not?
Why not? Just kind of has this kind of like fades in and out of green and purple.
Okay.
Just a slow kind of.
All right. So, it's mid-afternoon at this point, like late afternoon, almost dinner time. You missed lunch completely.
Didn't even notice.
And you guys head inside with your new friends. You see the other, the daughter coming up, and she has her defender with her, and it's this massive owl bear. And he gets to the door, and it crouches down to go through the door, because it's almost as big as Gunnar. And you realize, this thing has been just hunched over, walking. You can do a wisdom for me if you want, as you shit bricks over there.
15.
15. You, from the studies that you've been doing today, you realize that this thing is not the size of a normal owlbear. It's more like a dire owlbear size.
Jeez, that's ginormous.
And the claws themselves, or like you see its hands and its claws, are almost as long as you are tall.
Oh, no. No. Fuck no.
And its head comes out like a raven ending in a razor-sharp beak.
Oh, what the fuck? Just when I thought I was starting to understand people like him. Fucking go and do shit like this.
And it just kind of turns around and just picks her up on the shoulder, crouches down and goes in. Because it's just absolutely massive.
Is he gonna get that fucking big?
You know, I was wondering that. Hey,
She's gone inside her. You guys are still staying outside.
yeah, I'll follow her.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'll have to ask her. I wonder if I can augment him. That'd be cool.
You might want to ask his permission first.
Yeah, I guess so.
Somebody gets mad at somebody. What the fuck does he fling?
I don't know.
Used oil?
He did spit on me a couple times.
Why am I not
I
surprised?
don't know. So go after Ms. Bar. Star Bar, I think is what you
Oh,
remember.
fuck. You're gonna turn him into another vehicle, aren't you?
I don't know. This is totally new to me. I don't know what to do with this guy.
It's too early for this shit.
It's afternoon, buddy.
And yet, here we are. Oh,
So, Star?
Actually, right now it's more like a one of the the Ace Ventura monkey. Not an actual chimp size yet.
So it's like a rhesus monkey.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's like what, 2 feet tall? Huh?
More like 3.
Okay.
Check your extras.
My
Refresh.
extras. Okay.
But still, cheeky bastard.
Yep.
As someone said, this just went full Ace Ventura. Why don't you try the name Ace?
Makes sense.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So you head inside. You find a seat. The wizard's there. You see the person they had actually called out to the cleric. They sit down. They have all these scars. They have seen shit.
Damn.
And they look over and they're like, another munchkin tabaxi. And they lean forward and they look at you. Yeah, not impressed.
Dang.
Only because you haven't gotten to know me.
And they lean forward and they look at you. You can hear their plate armor. And they're like, the last munchkin tabaxi that I met impressed me because they walked through an entire battlefield wearing nothing and a giant sword killing enemies.
About yay tall, black hat,
No.
nothing but black fur.
No.
Just because I've met one who likes to carry a sword and has a penchant for not wearing a damn thing.
Oh, I have never heard of such a specimen.
What was their name?
Oh, God, what was their name? Actually, about the only thing they ever said was freedom. I did ask at one point, and they just screamed freedom in my face. I was like, okay.
That's too funny.
I don't even know how I got there, but we got there somehow.
Fair enough. Scottish accent?
Oh my god.
Barry and Munchkin Tabaxi. That is hilarious.
With a giant sword. They just kind of look at you. Yeah, it was a giant sword. It appeared to be made from a jawbone.
Fuck. Alright, you know what? That's impressive. Not gonna fucking lie. Whoever this freedom person is.
They look over at you and they're like, huh, a mouse. Your pet?
I
My
am
brother.
nobody's pet.
Oh, you talk.
Extensively sometimes.
And the otter sits down. Yes, he's my subordinate, yet he has much to learn. Not as
I
smart
do.
as me.
Just because you know more doesn't mean you're smarter.
I'm much smarter because I'm an otter.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of look over and they're like, yeah, she believes she's some sort of descendant of space otters, that they traveled the stars, and don't get her started.
Huh. There's space otters?
She's like, yes, we're glorious.
I believe you just got us started.
I'm told I'm a moon mouse.
Oh, so you're just to a singular planet when we just ride the waves of the entire universe. See? Inferior. Can't even leave a rock.
What?
If anybody could leave a rock, it'd be my brother.
The salt.
I don't know what a moon mouse is, other than myself.
She doesn't know either. Obviously. So, as the meals are coming out and drinks are had, another person comes walking in. They sit down at the table,
So,
and she just kind of looks around at everybody, and she just grabs a big cup of ale and starts drinking it.
so Star, can I ask you a couple questions about Steel Defenders?
She looks at you.
Do they get bigger?
Sometimes.
Can you augment them?
Well, you have to kill him and probably ask for a new one.
Oh.
And as you look up at this, you see those monkeys staring down at you, giving you death daggers.
No, look, buddy, I don't know. I'm asking questions. I would never deliberately kill you.
And it's just death daggers still.
Come on, guy. We're friends, right?
Bloom tree there too?
Yeah.
Oh. I kind of just lean over to him. So the whole metal thing, is that normal?
He's like, oh, most definitely for their kind, yes. It's one of their, like, I guess as we have colleges, they have working class. And you hear Star, I resent that, you oversized fat furball.
Gotta feel all the love in the room, don't you?
But, yeah, it's their working class, what they do.
Okay, so that's actually kind of normal. Okay, I'll just get used to that.
So what'd you learn, Mongo? Did you hurt him?
No!
Why is he laughing hysterically now?
The short and skinny of it, brothers, I just learned about 10 years of what I fucking missed.
Huh?
In a couple of hours.
How'd you do that?
That you will have to ask my esteemed mentor over here.
How'd you do that?
He literally starts rambling on in Arcana.
Can I try to understand any of it?
At disadvantage.
Am I at disadvantage for this as well?
You can roll with just normal roll.
Normal
That
Arcana?
would be a 16.
16?
It was a 25, but now it's a 16.
You're kind of look at him and it's just like he's going into all these theories and things, and it's just like each time he goes over a new layer, it's getting higher and higher and higher and higher.
Look over at Mongo. What is he talking about?
I also rolled a 16. That's assuming I get to add Arcana.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in it, if that helps.
You're picking up a lot more of it, but he's starting to ramble on into things of like his actual like experience, and you're just like, you eventually get to the point of like, this is outside my pay grade.
he starts talking Chronomancer to Gravimancers.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of crossover, but not like a lot.
So who is everybody that's here? I'm Nikolai, by the way, to the other three that sat down to the table.
You see the cleric, and the cleric's like, I forgot their fucking name.
Oh no.
My notes crashed.
Your notes even crashed.
It's that kind of night.
Oh jeez.
But the cleric is there, and they just look over at you, introduce themselves.
We'll get the name later.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye notes.
Bye notes. Jeez.
It's that kind of night, apparently, with technology.
Yeah, ain't it grand?
And the person over there is just drinking. And they're like, I'm the captain.
You captain the ship?
She's like, yeah.
That's awesome. Such a wondrous machine.
Yeah, until you're going into combat and you're getting shot at, and then you realize the only way to go is down.
You've crashed a ship before?
Into a giant.
Oh.
Well, that's a hell of a technique now, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't have her.
Guess
name
what they
either.
say, ship happens.
And we gave you a book of bad jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I love it. It's one of the best friends I've ever fucking gotten.
What did we do? Why did we do this? Should we encourage him?
Always.
Does it matter? Encourage me, discourage me, they're still gonna happen. You might as well just accept it.
So it's just the 2 additional people that's it?
Yeah, currently.
Okay. So, Star, how many names did you give your guy before you figured out what his name was?
She looks at you and she just kind of tilts her head and she's like, it's currently undecided.
How long have you had him?
She's like, she just tries to count. Long enough.
I really get what you mean by when you say good luck on that one.
The captain's name is Amelie.
Amelie?
What's the last name?
It's not Earhart.
Oh,
Fuck
thank
that.
God.
It's Amelia, not Amelie.
Okay.
God, did you fail history?
My hearing's not great.
Selective hearing.
Yeah, sometimes.
And drinks and food are all over the table.
So do these guys eat? Oh yeah, you fed them middle.
Yeah, scraps.
Are you hungry, buddy? Look over to him.
You see him reaching over. He's just currently chewing on a metal tankard.
No, don't do that. You have to pay for that.
And you just see it just kind of like almost liquefying as he's chewing on it.
I don't know if I can fix that.
I don't think you can either. All right. I'm going to be right back. Now come with me, buddy. We'll get you some food.
He follows after you.
I'm going to go get some scraps out of my supplies in the room.
Oh, you take him upstairs to your room?
Yeah.
You go in your room, and immediately, as soon as you walk into the room, Feisty just perks up and is fur all riled up.
It's good. Feisty, it's good. Feisty, it's good. How's Scab? Is he all right?
Scab is still in his little rope hammock, snoring.
So he is breathing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Feisty, right now I'm calling this Buddy.
And you get punched from behind.
I guess his name is not Buddy. All right, how about Henry? Try animal handling?
No, Arcana. Or
Arcana?
Tinkering.
Tinkering? Okay.
Yeah. You don't get to use
Guess I'm
nature.
getting punched again.
What was that roll?
That was an 8.
As soon as you say that, you're picked up and you're flung across the room and you just boom, right into a pillow.
Okay, you don't like that one. I don't know what to name him. Feisty. He's a friend, though. So I go into my machine, and I give him all the bits of scrap that I absolutely
He goes
do not need
over
anymore.
with you, and the most disturbing thing happens. He grabs your machine's arm and just starts chewing on it.
No!
And you just see him chew right through it like a chicken bone.
Stop!
And he stops, and he lets
Don't-
go, and the 2 pieces fall on the ground. You can see where it's
Not
shoot through.
food. Not food. I go in my pouch of stuff in there, and I give them all the things that are just scrap. Food for you, not food.
The arm has just been gnawed off. It's now in 2 pieces, and you have to rebuild the entire section.
Can you carry this for me?
He looks at you. What are you holding up doing?
I'm pointing the other half. Carry, right?
Picks it up.
I think you.
Occasionally beats on something with it.
Don't do that. Don't break stuff, man.
Diane's gonna kill him.
When she gets back, she's going to murder Nikolai.
And Monkey.
Hop in my machine. Right, let's go. Back downstairs.
He just picks you up and carries you over his head.
Okay. That's fine. Let's go back downstairs with Mongo and the others.
It's awkward because it's almost as big as he is.
Get back downstairs. Hey, Mongo,
Yeah. Oh, good.
can you fix this?
Oh. I can certainly try.
I gave him some metal scraps, and he thought my machine was
Oh,
food.
good. You've got a metal monkey and that. Oh, this is... You are going to want to have one hell of a conversation with Diane when she gets back.
Oh God, yes. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, this is crazy.
You think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's crazy.
Okay. At least you know. Alright, let's see this bitch.
It'll take me a couple hours to fix this thing, and if you can do it just a minute or two, I'd appreciate it.
Everybody just kind of turns to you to watch. The entire table is watching you.
As
You can
it
do it,
should
buddy.
be.
Try to pep him up. Can I give him a pep talk?
Roll a performance there.
Hey, not bad. 15.
15? Go ahead and give your prep talk.
Mongo, you have taught yourself very well up until these days. And then you met the wonderful Plume Tree. That's Nathan not knowing the name.
Well, that's obvious.
Who taught you even more. You were almost there, buddy. He got you over the way. You could do this. You can totally do this. Just don't blow us up this time.
I'd say my days of blowing shit up are over. Just get fucking started.
Oh God, Mongo's unlocked.
This just fucking started.
Mongo's learned self-confidence.
Has he ever actually been lacking? What's the word I'm looking for?
Self-esteem?
Self-esteem.
Mongo? Never.
Oh, what's Tom doing?
Yeah, he's pulling out cards.
Did he actually? Does Tom actually learn a trick?
I also use these just because I need shit to do with my hands.
Okay.
But basically, Mongo's going to take out one of his decks. Half in one hand, half in the other. And just kind of do that thing where you shoot them out
Okay.
into a transmutation circle.
All right. As you shoot the cards out, you watch as they stop in specific spots, specific cards.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they just kind of, elements of them fade away, leaving runes behind
Okay.
as he performs the trick.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then, as all the cards are in their place,
Roll a performance.
That almost went bad. 19.
Nice.
As you do this performance, it's wonderful. And you finish and you have all your cards put back in your hand. But the metal that was there is gone. And as soon as you finish, you're like, fuck. And you get cold call right across the face from the half-eaten tankard. From the monkey.
So the performance was great, but the spell didn't work?
Plume reaches over, grabs the tankard. Grabs his broken arm. The beard is just being stroked furiously. They put the tankard there, and you see, like, a clock appear. And you see backwards as it looks like there was an invisible mouth there chewing on it, and it just rewinds backwards, repairing.
That's fucking cool.
And the tankard just becomes less and less and less and less, and eventually gone.
Ah, uses the tankards as components to repair the arm.
Mm-hmm. My boy, that's how it's done.
I'm apparently still got a lot to learn.
All flash in the pan and no show.
But it was a hell of a show, though, you have to admit.
You did excite my whiskers.
Oh boy. What are we gonna do about this, Mongo?
Keep tankards away from him.
No, I'm just worried about, like, Cayenne.
Destroying him?
You gotta learn to behave yourself, there, friend. Talking to the monkey.
The monkey just looks at you and just makes a pouty face, like it is behaving.
I know, I understand. If you think I'm strict, which I'm not, wait till you meet my sister.
Oh boy.
I will defend you.
So he's the
But
steel
I can
defender,
only
you're the
do
fuzzy
so
defender?
much. She's way bigger than me.
So, as the day carries on, you meet with your new friends here. That some information is exchanged where you can reach out to them for advice later on. Where it might take some time because they do travel by airship.
Yeah.
And they would have to stop somewhere to get the information, or it has to be delivered or found to them.
Yeah.
But you do eventually return back to your room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say anything to Star?
I just, Star, thank you so much for taking me under your ring and showing me these things. I was only trying to figure out what I could by myself. And you showed me so much more on what I could do that I really think that I might be able to impress my father someday soon.
She just kind of, she offers you a hand, shake it.
Yeah, shake your hand.
And she's like, I'm still better than you.
Until I learn more.
Well, at least my people got off a rock.
I'm not on a rock. See, I'm better than all the others.
Can I hear any of this?
No.
Okay.
And she's like,
I'm
sure.
the exception.
Yes, there is usually an exception to the average intelligence. Take that as you may. She takes something off of her coverall,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a pin, and she puts it on yours, and she just turns and heads out.
What she put on
It's a pin that it looks like it's been worn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some stains on it. It's got like chips taken out of it. And it's you look at it from upside down, and it's a pin that says "I tried."
I love it. Actually, I love it. I tried.
And you can surmise that someone had given to her, and she's passed it on to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. So that's awesome. I love it. Until I choose someone else, it's mine.
Until you pass it on to someone else.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So you can add that to your inventory or your notes.
Yeah.
Manga, do you say anything to your mentor?
Oh,
friend?
absolutely. Right. So, I haven't done the familiar thing yet. I'm not going to have that much fucking trouble with it, am I?
Oh, you're far too smart for that.
True. But when I do that,
Well, there's ways you can go about it.
bit
You
more
can,
well-behaved.
you can choose what you want, or you could just simply let the cosmos pick. And whatever you end up with is whatever you end up with. You can always change it later.
Oh, that's handy.
Do keep in mind, though, that it does have its own personality and its own feelings.
I would expect nothing less.
And they reach in their robe and they pull something out. It looks like rope, like a long rope. And then you realize you see the hood flare out. It's like a king cobra.
Oh, shit.
He's like, my friend,
Wow.
Nip is his name.
Of course it is. Hello there, Nip.
Just
Hat off.
furls out its thing and just full mouth of fangs.
Aren't you impressive?
And just kind of looks around a little bit and just goes back into robes and finds its hole and goes back to sleep. That one really does love the bard stories.
Well, who doesn't love a good story, especially when you're the one making them?
Ain't that the truth? So, we part ways for now. I'll keep in contact.
If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Of course! If I ever need something heavy, I know who to contact.
Absolutely.
Or something not heavy.
Well, look at it this way, you can now carry around your ego.
Oh, with as big as it's gotten because of today, I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
God, you're only a fucking miracle. So, head off back to the room. You eventually find your way back to the room with Nikolai. And
What should I name him?
And you both come back to the room.
All right, pal. Bob?
Glare.
You got an idea, Nicola? Or Mongo? Any ideas? Just give me a name, man. Alex.
The monkey just looks very confused.
Yeah, I don't know what to call you. The
Simeon?
friend work? Huh?
Simeon?
Simeon? Sure.
Looks very confused.
At least it's not a glare. Simon.
Looks even more confused.
Hey, you have that comprehend languages spell.
That I do.
Shall we trade?
Can you learn comprehend language? Oh,
You'll
okay.
have to translate it though.
Yeah.
It'll have to be translated to Artificer.
Yeah. You can teach me it, and I'll teach you alarm.
Sure.
So do you take out your book?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see something absolutely weird. That when you guys parted ways to the different rooms, you see him open up this side satchel he has, and he pulls out this thick book. And he sets it down, and he opens up, and what shocks you is it's not the sporadic note here at an angle, a note here at an angle, a scribble here, or anything like that. The notes are organized perfectly. You don't understand the tinkering or artificer thing, but they're just organized perfectly. And you see on the bottom there's a reference system for other pages to reference to for other things.
I rub my hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a stick with prestidigitation, poke him with it. Who are you?
What? Hey, what? Why are you poking me with a magic stick?
It looks like a little cane.
Stop! I'm Nikolai. I'm your brother.
Kind of keep going around him, poking me in varying places.
Stop it!
He hits you in a ticklish spot.
No, because I've seen Nikolai's notes.
Yeah.
That is not how Nikolai takes notes. You fucked up, whoever the hell you are.
No.
And I go to reach to take a coin and
No.
Just had a hat.
Okay. So that crazy otter chick, she beat my hands until I figured out how to make my notes nice. With wrenches. See? All the bruises.
Because you artificers can't do anything the fucking easy way. Of course it was wrenches. Why wouldn't it be? At least you didn't try to fix your kidneys with a screwdriver.
I don't think that would work. I mean, I guess maybe if you had like a cyst or something, you could poke it and drain it, but yeah, so yeah, I have good notes now. It's actually she gave me concepts on note keeping that were just so simple that they were stupid.
Yeah. Any of them sound familiar?
Any of them sound familiar?
Like things that, maybe Augie, Cayenne, or myself have tried mentioning to you beforehand? Just crazy.
Yeah, it's all about slowing down and being more deliberate.
Shocked Pikachu face.
Hey, he's the mouse with electricity, not me.
No, mouse with fire.
You look over and you see Feisty sitting there watching you both, and you see the monkey sitting on Feisty's head. They're both going like this.
Well, at least they're getting along. Alrighty.
So do we have to slay the nuts and bolts and barbecue sauce for him too?
No, I think he'll just eat anything that's metal. Right, metal? Or do you need other stuff, bud?
The little monkey actually has a wooden bowl in its hand, and some of the scrap in there just kind of like popcorn.
It's metal.
So we do have a few metal things around here. You might want to remind him only eat what's in his bowl or something.
Good idea. Good idea.
Because Cayenne has one or two things that are like that axe and her glaive, which she is very attached to, and if there's all of a sudden bite marks on it.
Good point. All right. So, my good monkey friend, come here.
Comes over to
Okay.
you, drops the bowl right on top of you. No, it's a mongo-sized bowl.
All right, I push it off of me. Alrighty. If it's not in your bowl, you can't eat it.
Just looks at you.
I know, but you can't just eat all metal things, bud. You just can't. You have to let me give it to you.
Roll an Arcana.
Okay. 16.
16. You explain this a bit, and you kind of slow down, and you kind of realize even how Cayenne approaches animals,
Okay.
and start to talk to it, and you kind of talk to it a little bit, and you're like, I get it. And you actually see him communicating with his familiar, his comrade now, and it's almost eerie that he's taken lessons from Cayenne and Scabbard on how to actually approach this instead of like a technical aspect, more of a person aspect.
Good God, what the fuck did you have?
Nikolai has discovered humanity.
He is a mouse, so it makes sense that it took him a while.
A little slow on the upkeep.
All right. So, if you're hungry, just let me know, okay?
Just gives you a thumbs up.
All right. You got to figure out what to name you.
The monkey just looks at you, looks around.
So, shall you teach me comprehend languages, or I teach you alarm first?
Never actually cast comprehend languages yet, but there's somebody I'm dying to fucking talk to.
Well, of course it's your spell, so yeah, use it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I will start. If you have some scroll.
At least they didn't try to name it Tom.
there's only one of them at the table.
So I will start to scribe the alarms scroll into common.
You can't do that. You have to translate. You have to both roll.
Oh, we have to work together to translate.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't just translate it over because there is no actual common. It's Arcana, but Artificer Arcana versus Arcana.
Oh, okay. So, what do you want us to do? How do we
Roll
want
your
us to teach you?
tinkering. Roll your scribing.
That'd be Arcana?
Yep.
Oh.
Arcana, and you can use if you had a scribing kit, you could add that as your proficiency.
So, you said I'm using. Hey, no, the water's over here, buddy. So you said I'm using Artificer Arcana. So when I use Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Add your tinkering to it.
Yeah.
Add my tinkering modifier. Okay.
Yeah, I do not have a scribing kit, so I'm putting that on the list of things to get.
18.
18.
14.
14. As well as he's explaining it, you're just like, what? Slow down a moment.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. What the fuck does a gear mean again?
Sorry. Give me a moment. Remember, I'm learning how to be slower and deliberate, more deliberate. So, I will slow down for him.
I want you to roll a intelligence for me and another tinkering.
Another tinkering.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence, 15. Tinkering, ooh, good. Why can't I ever remember what my modifier is for that? 23.
23?
Yeah.
As you pause for a moment and you see something Nikolai has never done before. As you ask, what does a gear mean? He pulls out another scroll, lays it out, and he actually starts to build a rough cipher for you.
Huh.
And as you go back and forth, you begin to figure out how to, in your own terms, translate things. And now with your new found in knowledge of Arcana and you with your Artificer, it's getting a lot easier to translate things back and forth because you're like, it would never have dawned on you guys before. Let's make a cipher, that we can reference. That we understand this cipher, others might not really understand it, but allows us to.
Yeah. Yeah, you got your weird magic circles, and I make machines.
You get metal circles to move and actually work together. It's much easier just doing this, and I draw a fucking circle with prestidigitation in the air.
After about 2.5 hours or so, you have a couple of drinks sitting around at this point, where you're just in a few snacks that you ordered.
Mhm.
And you get the spell translated over.
Okay.
Nice.
So he has alarm, and I have comprehend languages now too.
He hasn't given you comprehend.
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
it's just-
Okay, so I've learned alarm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, so that was just for me teaching him alarm. Okay.
But things will go a lot smoother now that you've
Yeah.
essentially have created a cipher.
Okay, so yeah, now I'll teach him comprehend languages.
All right. Same roll as before.
Now that we have the cipher, does that give us advantage?
No, it just
Down.
reduces
Okay.
the
It
DC.
reduces the DC.
You know what? I don't think we're gonna have too much of a problem.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Unless you roll a nat 1, this should actually work.
No, not that bad. Really close, but it's 12 altogether.
This time it's the polar opposite. He's asking what this symbol
He's
means.
like, what
that
are you
symbol
talking
means.
about?
Fuck our rooms!
No, this doesn't make any sense, man.
And eventually you do get it transferred over, but he's just like, you're like, oh. It reminds you of getting cold cocked with a wrench across the head.
Yeah, she did that to me too a couple times.
And you remember the phrase she said, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a fireball.
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't watched that fucking movie in forever. I gotta do that again.
Alrighty, so we're able to trade spells with each other?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And you hear a knock at the door.
I'm going to send my Steel Defender answer. Can you go answer that, buddy?
He looks at you and just motions, goes
Go
over to
open
the door
Yeah,
to answer the door.
yeah.
Is that safe?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh God. So he can't quite get up to the door handle because he's not that tall.
Yeah, but he does fly.
It's true.
You hope.
Yeah, he flies up and he gets on the door handle at it, and he's pulling at the door handle. He doesn't realize you have to turn it, and he just yanks it, and you hear something break. And he pulls harder, and you hear all the pieces of the door handle go flying across the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
And
to
the
teach
door
him how
just hinges open, and Gunnar's wife is standing there, and she's
I can fix that.
to- Sorry.
I can fix that.
good, or it would come out of your tab. I come
Sorry.
delivering good news, and you break my tavern.
Well,
We can fix it. We can fix it. Start hurrying, gathering all the pieces.
I'm just learning how to use my new friend.
And she looks at him, and he just gives her that cheesy fucking smile. She's like, I will turn you into a dining dish.
She doesn't mean it.
Oh, yes, she does.
I'm trying to convince him, not her.
He just immediately bolts across the room under the table.
Wise one, that one. Finish gathering all the pieces. Try to.
Do a, just start gathering them all. Roll an investigation for that.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll help find the pieces, make sure he has everything. If I may.
Investigation?
Yeah.
24.
May I?
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you have a 24.
but two?
No, it's 11.
11? You do manage to find all the pieces. It takes you a while. Well, she's like, well, while you guys are gathering all your pieces, the captain decided to pay your tab up to current, so you guys, because apparently you helped out with a few things.
More they helped us.
They helped us.
Well, according to them,
tremendously.
you guys helped with a few tasks around the ship, so
Okay, I will accept. Thank you.
she's like, fix the fucking door.
I figured he knew how to open a door. I'm sorry.
She pauses and she turns around and she's like, that's a fucking monkey.
Yes, I know.
You're barely smarter than that.
Come on now.
Don't argue with her. We might not survive.
Say hello, good night, whatever the appropriate time of day is to Gunnar for me, please. And thank you.
Let's see. How much did you just step in the dog shit with her? What is she going to do to you?
What? All I said was, come on now.
I need you to make a, let's see.
I can hardly hear you.
I know, because
Okay.
I'm mumbling to myself.
Oh, okay.
So you're standing there, and she just kind of pushes up her sleeves a little bit, like she's going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And she simply looks over to you, leans into the room, holding onto the door frame. She rolls intimidating, and she just goes, boo.
Can I try to determine if she's being like cheeky or actually just being mean?
An insight.
That is 4.
Yeah, buddy. When she does this, the fear of an enraged Cayenne rolls over you. And she just kind of pulls out of the room, she closes the door gently and heads off.
That one's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
You can see Mongo prestidigitate something, but you can't tell what. All I'm gonna say is someone may have grabbed his shorts.
How does magically wiping your butt look like?
Are those details you really want to figure out?
You know, you're probably right now.
So, as you guys settle in for the night, gather around the hearth. Get a little fire going.
Go check on Scav again.
Make sure their strings are tight.
They are. And for a moment, you think he's not breathing. But then you just panic a little bit and he's breathing. But you guys...
What did he drink?
Too much.
Lord.
But you get next to the fire. Settle in.
There's something I'm gonna do that might be a little unusual.
What?
Gonna grab out some parchment pen
Mm-hmm.
and prestidigitate the dream that he saw and try to sketch over it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Are you doing this out in the open or personally?
Yeah. You're sitting with him.
If you see it, you see it. If you don't,
Yeah. You're at the long table, and Mongo's sitting there, and he's doing this, and he keeps refreshing it. The presentation, and he's...
What you doing there, buddy?
refresh. Show him.
What's this?
You know how you found yours?
My what?
Points to the necklace.
Oh. You found out something about your parents? What'd you find out?
Hardly anything. Apparently, when I was going through the info dump, it jogged a memory that I thought I put behind me a long time ago.
Wow. So what happened? I'm presuming you just put down the image of what you saw. So all I'm seeing is a small tabaxi on the back of a larger tabaxi, smaller munchkin tabaxi.
Basically,
Yeah. So you're not gonna have to give him some more information.
Yeah, basically, she said the same thing that yours did.
Oh, yeah. I had to leave for some reason.
Not quite that much, but eventually I'd be going out there.
This is just your mom? You know anything about your dad?
No idea.
Do you recant the words that? Okay. If I remember correctly, there was a we there, right?
No, I'm not saying anything except for you to guys remember.
Okay. Well, we'll find him.
Maybe.
You didn't get a name or anything? That's a tough one. At least I can give my parents' names out to maybe somebody heard them before, you know? I'm sorry, brother. Give him a little kind of shoulder hug. We'll figure it out.
Maybe.
So as he hugs you and gives you a little bit of comfort, something falls out of your sleeve and just rushes across the table. And you reach out and you grab it with a paw so it doesn't go too far, and you look at it, and it's a playing card that is very, very old, long yellowed, edges completely frayed. And you look at it, and it's the Queen of Hearts, and you see written on crayon, Mom.
Now, did I know that I had that? It was a long time ago.
No, you've never seen this card ever.
Where the heck did it come from?
Oh yeah, I guess I can take that thing out of the spellbook from another maid. Yeah, we got rid of that one a while ago.
Returned.
Whoops.
No longer
so.
your problem.
Thank God. Fuck that book. The
I
fuck
get
is
used
this?
to the room, to be honest.
See, it took a sec to get used to it, but once you are, then it's yeah, you gotta go back to that.
But would rather have my fellow player.
Yeah. If I don't write this down now, I'm gonna fucking forget everything later. It's fucking misspelled and not grammatically correct, but fuck it, I can fix that later.
Do you want to do any sort of investigation?
Oh, I'm casting Identify on this son of a bitch.
Alright.
Can
You
I
want to
help him?
assist?
Yeah.
You're going to do it as a ritual or as an actual full-blown spell? How eager are you?
You know
Which
what? I
would
kind of feel
technically
Mongo would
actually be
actually know this now that he got some fucking learning.
Yeah.
Would he get a different result burning a spell slot or ritual?
It would come out to be about the same.
Okay. Might as well ritual.
Virtual?
Yeah, no point.
Okay.
No, I can help him with setting down the circle or whatever.
I want you to both roll Arcana.
Okay.
How many spell slots are you burning? Because you're doing something very specific with this, I'm sure.
21.
After that fucking dream I had, shit.
She's all, man.
Just burn them all.
Fuck it, we're at home. It's the end of the day. Why not? I got
Yeah.
4 level 1s and 2 2s.
Alright.
Effectively 8 level 1 spells.
That will give you advantage, first of all.
Okay.
You have a 21?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my highest roll for the day so far.
That didn't really change the result much, but oh well.
At least you got the chance to make it better.
Hey, could always get a better result. Modified 20.
Modified 20?
Yes.
Okay. As you do this ritual spell, the card flips around in the air and it just lands. And you're kind of looking at it. And you focus on the card a bit and you start to glean its history. And it's almost like watching a projector start up slowly. You see one slide, and then another, and another, and then eventually you just see Mongo kind of go into a trance, and you see all the runes glow around him.
Okay, I'll make sure that I'm not interfering with anything.
And once again, you're this tiny little tabaxi. And you run into a room, and you accidentally knock over something, and you trip over something, and you quickly get back up. And you're really sad and crying a little bit, and your mom comes over and picks you up ever so gently and brushes you off and musses your hair a little bit and goes over and sits you down, and she opens up a book and you see some magic glow come out of it, and she takes out the card that was a placeholder and she does a small card trick for you, and you're all excited and happy. And it's the card that she had presented to you, and you see a bunch of other cards that are placeholders and strewn across the table next to her that have your scribblings all over them. And she puts it back in and closes the book, and she tucks you to bed, and you fade back into the room. And this card that was presented to you will provide you mage armor once per day.
A what? Once per day? I didn't catch that word.
Mage armor once per day.
Oh, neat.
Damn.
That's dope.
You have found one of your mom's cards.
That's cool. Oh, shit.
Grab the card.
So the runes kind of just
Yeah.
fade away.
Yeah.
We'll go or lean over. Okay there, buddy? What happened? Did it work? Okay, good. Because I didn't know what to expect if it didn't work, because nothing's on fire.
Just because something doesn't work doesn't mean fire has to be involved. We've been over this.
I don't know, you blew up the cat, bud.
At one
Come on.
time.
Yeah!
One fucking time. They never let you forget. Oh my god. Oh, well, it was hers.
What? The card was your mom's? Oh, wow. Where'd it come from? You don't have any other old decks laying in any pockets or anything?
Start pulling out all the decks that I got.
They're all accounted for.
Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Huh.
She used them as placeholders in her book.
Oh. Oh. That's interesting. So you got your pension for performance tricks from your mom. That's neat.
Yeah.
I got. I think I get a lot from my dad. Did I tell you about the vision that Harry gave me?
Which one?
Well, remember when he did identify on the scroll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And didn't get a splitting headache?
And didn't. Well, I think it was. He said it was the case that was warded.
Oh.
Not the
that
scroll.
Makes sense.
So if you want to try it, you can try identify on my scroll.
Oh, you also have 1 point of exhaustion.
Fair enough.
Do you want to? I'll hand it. I'm literally handing it to you.
The last one kind of took a lot out of me.
Okay.
Emotionally or physically?
Yep.
But anyways, yeah, it was my mom and my dad working together for this note. And my mom, like I said, they got the purify food and drink from my mom. It was her favorite spell. She's very similar to other magic I've seen, I think. Apparently she can just make food out of thin air. Seems very, I swear I've seen this before. I'm not sure.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's familiar, but...
Yeah, but I don't know where I've seen it. And my dad is very much like me.
I don't know, between Winemore and here, we've seen kind of a lot of weird shit.
This is way before Winemore. Right? You said you've seen it before, too.
Well, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. I don't know when.
Even before we got to Winemore, I don't know.
Yeah. Where were we before Winemore? That's weird.
Oh, fuck, I don't do no names. What's that other city?
Yeah.
Clearly not very eventful.
Yeah, I guess not. It's probably just some dirt hole in the road someplace. Somebody called it what city. It was just some hobo living on the side of the road, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you guys gather around the fire, reminisce about your travels in a dirt hole city in the you get a drink. You order a drink. It's one of your favorites, possibly a White Russian, extra cream.
I can see that.
Yeah, because he's a cat.
Yeah. You order a drink as well.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if they have that cheese drink.
High or
I'll
low?
try to describe it to him, yeah.
High or low?
Let's go, high, sure.
That's a nat 20.
Nice!
Fuck.
You guys, you get your drinks, you sit around the fire, as family, as comrades, reminiscing over things, occasionally checking on Scabbard, and eventually
Wish Cayenne was here in Augie too.
and eventually find your way into bed, asleep, thinking about the past and what the future holds. Now, for those at home, we're going to go ahead and call it there for the night. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. We believe we have them sorted out and fixed, so nothing should be ajar next time.
This time.
Cross our fingers.
Cross our fingers.
But we will see you next week at our usual time. We will still be down Cayenne, as she has a previous engagement. And we'll see how well
The drunken Scabbard will be with me next time.
recovers. Pretty heavy episode tonight. But
was a lot of
thank
fun.
you for tuning in.
Thank you, yes.
Thank you for hanging out with us and sticking through the technical difficulties. We will see you next week. Please visit us at Discord or Twitter.
Yeah.
We're happy to chat with you and share thoughts
And dad jokes.
and dad jokes.
You can give those all DM to Tom. That's perfectly okay.
Especially if you know that they cause your friends pain and suffering. I love those ones.
We will say goodnight.
Good night.
Have a good week. Hope to see you next week.
Yes. Thank you.